There we go. There we go. That is the button to press when I want to go live. It's the button that says go live. So, hello World Wide Web. I'm Decker Shot of the Internet Personality with Sarah, and welcome back to Live and Wired. Episode...
Forgot the word.
What
I
word?
thought you almost forgot the word "and."
Oh, I got and. It took a second, but I got it.
You forgot more.
There's more in this game.
Episode 87. Sonic! There's a lot of Sonic news this time around, in case you're wondering.
Yeah.
Because he can really move, and because he has an attitude. He is the fastest thing alive.
Yes.
All right.
They
How
live.
would you-
Oh yes. They live.
How would he do against Hong Kong Fu? Who had the fastest? What was it? The fastest Kung Fu hands? Does no one remember Hong Kong Fu?
Super guy.
You know, in Sonic the Fighters, Sonic was one of the fastest fighters in the game, of course, but compared to, say, Autonomous Ultra Instinct, it was nothing.
I'd also like to point out there was a Sonic racing game, and we're not talking cars. We're talking foot racing.
Well, there was one car in it. Or two. Do you count the little hover thing for Eggman?
No, and we don't count Sonic, the Cyber Robot, Cyber Sonic Pizza.
Well, Amy was there in a car, just like, fuck it, I ain't fucking walking. And she was still the slowest character.
All right, Mom, have fun.
Is anyone surprised by that?
No.
I remember when Amy came out, there was like when she first. I think correct me if I'm wrong about this, but the first game that she appeared in was Sonic CD, I believe.
Yes.
Don't look at me.
And there was like a ridiculous amount of hate, like He-Man woman haters level of hatred directed at her.
I don't know, it was the 90s. All I remember is there's the magazines. It's like, they got this character. They're calling her Rosie the Rascal. That is an odd thing. And then the game comes out, and you look in the instruction manual, I think, and it's like, Princess Sally. Well, she doesn't look a damn thing like Princess Sally. And then years later, it's like, it's Amy fucking Rose! Amy Rose!
Okay, so let's see. Anthony Watson says, "Hi all. Why do you go live when I watch a Decker review?" Convent Slayer 1 goes, "It's honestly amazing. Sega never got with DC to do a story where Sonic and the Flash race each other, but then DC did that with Flash and Superman more than once. Yeah, but that's boring. It's Superman versus the Flash." Timothy Armstrong, yes, I am very... Sorry.
I don't think Sonic has ever crossed over into any superhero universes, I don't think.
Don't look at me, I have no clue. Also, yes, Timothy Armstrong, I am very well aware of the official height of the Vampire Lady.
Unless we are saying when the Sonic movies take place in the real world, that technically, in the lore of Blair Witch, the real world is the Blair Witch world. Like, the movies in the Blair Witch movie sequels, the movies exist, including the sequels.
I shouldn't be alone.
Except for the latest Blair Witch, which is, they're just not talking about that.
Michael Sean Berman says he's crossed over with Street Fighter.
Sonic the Fuck, yes, Sonic the Fuck. I guess the first bit we could talk about with Sonic the Hedgehog, with the movie, the thing that we talked about quite a lot on Live and Wired, is how, despite everything I thought, it did really damn well, and yeah, they're making a sequel. Tails gonna be in it.
It's very memeable. Oh, they're gonna put Tails... Oh! Do you want to know a fun fact? I learned about this. So, Into the Spider-Verse 2 is coming out the same day as the Sonic 2. Everyone's been joking around saying which Miles will come on top.
Yes.
You get
Yes, Tails' name is Miles Prower.
You know how long it took me to figure out it was a freaking reference to Miles per hour? And how long it took me to... You didn't know that, did you, Decker?
I just remember being a kid looking at it as like Sonic the Hedgehog and Miles Tails Prower in, and I'm like, why has he got first and last name and a nickname? The other one's just Sonic, the species.
Like Decker. It would be like Decker Shadow and no, sorry, it would be creepy guy the human and Decker the something Shadow.
Decker, motherfucking chainsaw hands, the Shadow.
with creepy the human. Wait, come make me Amy. I don't want to be Amy. I don't like pink. I hate the color pink.
Do you like hitting things with hammers?
Yes, I do. Harley Quinn is my inner person.
Do you like running forward at a jogging pace and then slamming into the ground with a hammer in order to do a triple forward somersault as your fastest mode of travel?
Decker, I don't even think I can do a single somersault.
But if you smash the ground with the hammer...
Decker, that's not how physics work.
You of all people,
Lone Dragon's like, Decker, doing drugs, Shadow. It takes a true man to wear pink. Wasn't that Filthy Frank?
Keep me out of that. I'd rather rocket jump like Eddie Herta says. Even then, I can't rocket jump in TF2 worth a damn. I can't time it.
Yeah, I just end up splattering myself.
Yeah, I just basically hurt myself. I don't play Soldier that often. Soldier is, I think, my least played class in TF2.
What time is it in Texas right now? 7:08 p.m.
Here in Florida, it's 8:08 p.m. It kind of looks like the word Bob.
Sorry, I only speak freedom.
Decker, my state provides you funny news articles. Remember that.
And videos about alligators going for a stroll through golf parks.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be real damn cold soon. This isn't entertainment news. This is just general news. It's gonna be really fucking cold very soon.
Also,
it's already getting cold where I'm at.
It's gonna be freezing for several days in a row, which is like it does not happen in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna happen. So
if Taylor Riff donated $5, going, "Hey Decker, how are you? I am enjoying some whiskey and peach Fanta. I hope not at the same time. Hope you are doing well."
I would assume at the same time.
I don't know. Fanta and I are not on the best of bed mates.
It's peach Fanta with whiskey. I think that sounds like it would match pretty well. They make peach whiskey, for Christ's sakes.
Okay, that does sound good. They also make peach schnapps, which I love. If you mix peach schnapps and Sprite together, it kind of tastes like butterscotch.
But the nice little southern thing is to take the peach whiskey and add it to a little bit of southern sweet iced tea.
Now, when you say sweet iced tea, are you meaning sun sweet iced tea, or are you meaning hot water? Sun tea.
You're putting whiskey in it. At that point, it doesn't...
Something for you to know, Kat. They make butterscotch schnapps too. So, you just described like a roundabout way of having something that they already make.
Wait, they make butterscotch snot? Why did no one tell me? Okay, the first attempt donated $10, going, "Curious if you'll ever do a review of 30 Days of Night."
I already tweeted about January. The sun just didn't come the fuck up. I'm sorry.
Okay, fine. Decker, come here to the Sunshine State. Enjoy some vitamin D.
Wait.
Sun, Decker, sun.
That big ball of gaseous fire in the sky that you're afraid of?
Does it hurt us? Will it hurt us?
I was wondering if anyone would remember that.
I miss those crossover videos. I laugh at them when Decker's complaining about, like, you have nothing here but us Nintendo!
You only have 3 consoles, and one of them is a Super Nintendo!
How do you live?
Excuse me, Decker, that was SNES. That was my childhood. That was my first ever game, my first ever console ever. How dare ye! Anyway.
And then I got and here, this one's even funnier. Like, that was in late 2014. I think it was about 2 years later, I got a PS4, and then I told Decker that I had gotten it, and he starts like, "Damn it, now I've got to catch up to you."
Anyway, we have 2 donations. Sebastian Iman donated $5, going, "I had a piece of ice in my throat. Not the best sensation. Sorry."
Weird super chat.
That was me, Decker. Cat, me. That's me. Hi. Thoughts on Knuckles being the semi-baddie in the Sonic sequel, given the Echidna Ninja baddies that attack Sonic and the Owl Longclaw? I don't know. Why does everyone think I know Sonic? I admit, I've never played a Sonic game. I've only watched friends play it and make fun of it.
There's actually Knuckles during his first appearance, he was kind of an antagonist. Like, he wasn't evil or anything, but if I remember correctly, Knuckles originally was an antagonist. He was there to protect the
Chaos Emerald. Yeah, he's like that in Sonic Adventure 1.
Right. You know, so he was basically there to protect them from anyone who wanted to steal them. So he thought Sonic was his enemy, and it sort of turned into one of those.
But that's because Eggman told him that Sonic was his enemy, and also Eggman wore a mask, even though Knuckles wouldn't know who the fuck he is. It just, for the sake of it, he'll trust a man in a mask.
Yeah.
Anyway, so,
although Eggman has had weirder schemes. Let's be honest.
Okay, so Divid22 donated $2 going, will you review Cats with Cat? Okay, first off, Cat is spelled with a C. Second off, which cats?
I'll review these cats. Dabby? Come on, Dabby.
Also, Diva of Musical Hell has already reviewed Cats, and she did a very good job of it, in my opinion.
Deck Creepy. I know. I made the thumbnail. I had the misfortune of looking at Taylor Swift's Catsona.
Am I the only one here who remembers being bombarded with commercials for the Broadway play Cats is back? Everyone, Cats! It's just a bunch of people in fursuits jumping around and dancing and singing, and they're just human cat between things. And then this movie comes out and everyone's freaking out. Oh my god, they don't look like cats, they look like human cat between things. I'm like, that looks about right.
Decker. Grabs Decker. I'm a musical fan and I actually do semi-like the musical Cats. The original Broadway production, it's stylized and looks nice and doesn't look like some bad monstrosity.
I was seeing this as a young child. If you ask me, they were still monstrosities.
Number 2. And Diva pointed this out. The director of the Cats movie thought that the testing was actually the final product and said, keep that. That's the reason why they look so horrible. And also, apparently, people want to convert Decker into a furry.
That's not a shock.
No. What would Decker's persona be?
Goat.
No.
That tracks with me. That tracks. Yeah. If you've ever seen Decker eat before, you'll understand.
So Timothy Armstrong is asking me, Kat, what do you think of Shadow the Hedgehog would make a great? All I know about Shadow the Hedgehog is that really weird super edgelord game, which was trying to convince teens that this is more badass, and it's Sonic with a gun, which sucked.
It had its charm. It had some interesting concepts.
I'm guessing Decker really loved the Shadow the Hedgehog game because of the guns.
Oh, the guns tended to suck in the game, but and the controls, if you were trying to actually shoot a motherfucker, you had to like grab the gun, and then you had to point at them with the movement stick, which would also move you, and since you're a Sonic character, you're moving really damn fast, and you just run past them, and then you gotta turn the fuck around, but the camera's only ever pointing one way, so you're better off just running around the whole fucking level, and all the levels loop on each other, because the progress is based on how many of whichever enemy you kill. You want to be evil? Kill all the people. If you want to be good, kill all the weird alien monsters.
If you want to be neutral, do nothing.
And
also,
every single ending had him go, "This is who I am." Which
also,
I just what is like the. It was a weird kind of thing because sometimes it made sense because you're playing evil, you're going doing evil things, getting evil endings, you're murdering this character, murdering that character, killed Sonic, killed Eggman, killed the fucking general, this is who I am! But if you go the fucking good route and you get the best ending possible, you're there like, oh, everyone's my friend, everything's fine, everything's good, the evil alien armada is gone, everything is fine, and this is how things should be. This is who I am!
All right, Decker. Okay, everyone has a cat but me. Well, I am cat, so I have
I used to, but I was ranting, so she left.
Okay, so first off, Moxie S donated $2 going, Decker is the GOAT. And then other people are saying either Decker should also be a sexy raccoon or an alpaca because you have the best hair. And then someone
Sorry,
was going,
Toby Kirkby.
Sorry.
This is who I am.
So, and also Matt Pat deduced that the Cats movie is about a cult. Wow, Matt Pat, so impressive.
Oh, Matt Pat, he's hard at work again.
I could have told you it was about a... Okay, I owned the VHS of the 90s Broadway rendition. I played it to death. Gives you an idea. Of how much I love musicals. And I'm sitting here going, yeah, I knew it was kind of a cult. It's not. It's based off of a bunch of poetry written by T.S. Eliot. And because there was a crap ton of cocaine and alcohol involved writing the play, yeah, it's about a cult. It's not. That's not. Anyone with eyes could see that. Decker, you have eyes. Could you see the cult?
Not anymore.
Sorry. Hi. Kat's going to now rant about how much she hates Matt Pat for 30 minutes. 30 million views.
So yeah, it's about a bunch of cats who belong to a death cult, and there might be something involving reincarnation.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. They're going to the Heaticide layer, which apparently is an actual thing, and just basic. It's about Yeah, it is about reincarnation. You're basically proving that you have lived your life to the fullest, and you should belong to go on to your next life. And I'm sitting here going, but if you lived your life to the fullest and you're having a really great ass life, why would you get rid of it to have a new one? If you had a pretty shit life, like, memories, that one did. She deserves a good, better life. Am I the only one who thinks that? Just me. Okay, just me.
It's a cult. They tend to revolve around, I mean, not all of them, but they tend to revolve on at least some insane troll logic.
Sorry. Best Gamer Jake didn't donate anything, but he's asking, will you see the movie See No Evil? It has the WWE star Kane in it.
Does anyone get thrown
Am
for a table?
I the only one who is? Am I the only one who remembers when Kane and X-Pac were a thing and it got really, really homoerotic?
No, you're not the only one who remembers that, Creepy. You're not the only one who remembers that.
Okay.
No, David donated $2 and said, Kat, you did not enjoy the Idris Elba looking like a cat. No. For once in my life, I can clearly say this. I finally found a movie that with Idris Elba that does not make me happy in the happy place.
Hey, well, I'll just this thing I got over here is very nice. Thing I just recently received is very nice.
You received a giant pill?
I was about to say.
It's a suppository.
I was going to make a joke about Carrie Fisher's urns, but no, let's not go that department, shall we?
It's just a very, very nice little carrying case.
Oh!
The one that came with the Elite strap with battery. These things are really freaking hard to get. Did you know that?
Damn, you have a very rich man.
Sebastian Iman donated $10 going, Idris Elba looked better as a tiger than a cat.
They're still being scalped for like $300.
Damn.
Next week's episode.
I happened to log into GameStop and it said it was in stock, and I was like, okay, and I ordered it, and then it immediately said it was out of stock, and I'm like, did I read that wrong? I don't know, but it arrived. I'm like, okay, good, I got it.
And now he can cuddle it at night and love it like a cat.
I can play VR for 6 hours.
Oh, goody, now you can do longer sessions of Phantasmophobia with me and Grim.
Phasmophobia.
I'm saying it wrong to annoy you.
Sure, yeah.
Shut up. I'm really sorry for getting too stern with you during your stream, by the way.
Anyway.
No, I was like, I rewatched it and I got really mean and I felt like, I'm so sorry I felt mean to Decker.
Well, it was my first time playing the game, really. So I don't know, you're like, Decker, shut up! Like, what was the thing? I was just saying, just thing saying big ghosty here. It seems pretty angry is what I'm saying here. I don't know, I think I might want to kill one of us.
And what happened, Decker? You died.
Oh, then you died.
Oh yeah, I died. Thanks!
I was trying to take a picture of it. It just so happened instead of being in front of me, it was behind me killing my friend.
Thank you, Decker. Like so haunted
you played a survival horror game in VR, and it turned into an episode of Scooby-Doo. So.
It basically was. I made jokes that Decker was Shaggy because he kept talking to Lou.
I was trying to find the food. I was finding Lou. I was tripping across things and being like, guys, I don't know. This seems a little weird here.
Shut up, Shaggy. Basically, side of salt. Yes, Decker does.
I found the
go-
ghost room twice.
Decker, you've like cut her off in the middle of announcing like super chats like twice now.
Okay,
I do
side
that.
of salt. Side of salt. Yes, Decker.
So there's this thing.
I swear to all that is unholy, I will somehow figure out a way to teleport to Decker, smack him in the back of the head, and teleport back.
Well, you don't have to teleport. You can just do this.
No. No,
Anyway.
not without the space warp anymore. I shall not allow it.
Damn it! It disappeared when my YouTube channel was deleted.
Damn! Now we have. Anyway, so yes, Decker played Phasmophobia for the first time. It is on his gaming channel, which is linked somewhere in his description.
Mm-hmm.
And it is hilarious how many times we had issues, and Decker looked like he kept running around looking like he wet his pants.
Well, I didn't. When I went to your Twitch and I saw your stream of it, I realized just how I looked in VR.
You walk like my. I just noticed that when I rewatched the video. I was like, you walk like my sister, Pigeon Toad.
Well, yeah, it's like in Phasmophobia, if you are playing keyboard and mouse, you walk around like this all the time.
Yes.
It's kind of normal little playing
Reaction.
multiplayer games with people. If you're playing VR, you're kind of just like this, and there's a big circle right here, and you just...
You mean your chastity belt? We kept calling it. Anyway, David.
So playing in VR turns you into an extra in the Thriller music video.
No, I'm not fluid. David donated $2 going to think Rebel Wilson will be in the Cats movie sequel. 1, there better not be a fucking sequel. 2, I don't like Rebel Wilson. I said it!
Does Decker believe in ghosts now? Oh no, not unless the headset's on. then the motherfuckers appear, and they feel like they're really there in my personal space. Thank you.
People are going, hey Decker, review the Blob, reviewed the Dead Space movies. I wouldn't mind seeing Decker review the Dead Space movies. Just play the Dead Space game. Not in VR.
But they don't have... Well, I guess I could Vorpix it, but that'd be a terrible idea.
When has that ever stopped you from doing
Dead Space
anything?
has a hard lock of 30 frames per second. If you use a mod to change that, it'll fuck with the physics in the game.
Someone was pointing out, Night Out of the Horde pointed out, going, Decker saw a ghost streak like a little girl and was hyperventilating while kneeling down.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what happened. Fortunately, Lou was there to help.
I helped. I said, Decker, breathe. Did it help?
But there's still more Sonic news.
Try the new VR headset. It lets you feel stuff. Oh god, the porn game industry would have a freaking happy time.
Yeah, it's this thing that confuses me about people like, oh my god, that's the thing that's going to really take off with VR is porn. It's like, you have no idea how VR works, do you?
No, but I know the Strip Club Simulator is very popular amongst the VR owners who are perverted and have no life.
Oh, yeah, there are strip club simulators. You can just sit there and watch virtual ladies shake their virtual asses in your general direction because they really don't know where the hell you are. VR is not that good. It's if you would actually like be that interested in a virtual strip club, you're the kind of gamer who sits there playing Grand Theft Auto 5 and goes to the strip club and spends like an hour and a half fanning the fake money at the digital ladies. Like, if that's enough for you, then maybe you'll like virtual strip clubs.
Decker, is there a virtual strip club with men that I could customize to look like characters from certain fictional IPs that I really, really like?
Not to my knowledge, unfortunately. If it's anything like the Skyrim mods, where it's like I have millions and millions of sexy female armors to choose from and several different female body types. But if I want to make the guys look nice, good fucking luck.
Yeah, I've noticed that, and I messaged a friend of mine going, I know you make perverted mods. And he goes, okay, no duh, you've beta tested a few of them to make sure that the women are working properly. I basically make sure to tell him if the armor looks decent. And I go, can you make something with the dudes? He goes, really? Yes.
If it does not exist yet, I feel like it will one day.
I do remember, like, when I was not streaming, but when I was playing Skyrim on my gaming channel years ago, and I modded the hell out of it, And there were people who were upset that it was like, oh, Decker, why is it that you have the ladies looking all like this and the guys are just vanilla? It doesn't look right. And I'm like, yeah, I know it doesn't look right. I looked for my male mods. They aren't there.
Yeah, okay. Sebastian Iman donated $2 going Summer of Rutger Hauer.
Rutger Hauer.
Thank you. And David donated $2 going, VR works exactly like Lawnmower Man sometimes.
There are some setups. Like people have the little thing where they have their like harnessed in with their belt, and they're literally just kind of put into an exoskeleton, and they're moving their virtual body around, and they're walking with physics. But it's only like tech demos they're playing around in, because that shit don't work in most games. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, I remember when they were showing off these VR rooms. I'm like, that's never going to come available for the average person. Decker, you're Fozzie.
Yeah, that happens.
Focus. Oh, it's the ghost in the...
Focus!
Okay. Decker, you have too much hair to be Professor X, number 1. Number 2, I was going to make a joke saying it's that ghost that scared the crap out of you on our first hunt.
Also, it's okay, there's no ghost. Aw, she want to go out the door.
Alright. Okay, you go out the door.
You have a kitty who wants out the door.
Okay, Tara, just a second.
Timothy Armstrong, I wish to not... Listen, here's the thing when it comes to the Mandalorian actress Gina getting fired. It's not censorship, it's her basically getting consequences. Consequences and censorship are two totally different things, and what she got was a consequence for what she said and did.
Mm-hmm.
Anti-Semitic, transphobic lady who was on the Mandalorian. Someone was asking my opinion about the Mandalorian actress getting fired. I gave my opinion.
Right. So, Sonic.
So, what Sonic do you want to talk about next?
So, we mentioned how the movie got a sequel greenlit. Tails going to be in it.
It's not greenlit. It's a trailer.
Same difference. And beyond that, Netflix has... What's the thing? What's the news? Where's the thing? Brain.
We have a new sheet. Decker didn't share it with the rest of the class.
It's not a sheet.
It's a shit.
Okay. So let's see. Here we go. A new Sonic the Hedgehog Netflix animated series has been revealed. Sonic Prime.
Yeah, Royal Flush. I remember that episode of Red Dwarf. I wish it was...
Yeah.
So does this mean that Sonic is basically going to cross over with Sliders? There's a Sonic Prime, and then there's all these other different universes with Sonic in it?
I think it's like the DC universe. There's a difference between the DC TV universe, and there's a difference and the DC movie universe, which is how they explain why the Flash in the movies is not the same actor as the Flash in the shows, and why they never talk about each other.
Okay.
In theory.
It just shows like they got 24 episodes. Like, yeah, we'll make that. It's going to be made for kids, families, and longtime fans, and draw upon the keystones of what Sonic lovers want the most. Why do they have to word it like that?
For Sonic OCs actually being canon?
Sonic lovers, what they want the most.
Again,
they will find in Sonic Prime.
Again, Sonic OCs being canon. You know that's what a lot of Sonic lovers would have killed for.
True.
What the fuck is it? They gotta go fast icon has more on his plate than to simply save the universe. He's also on the road to self-discovery and redemption.
Redemption? Redemption from what?
I have no idea. Did he pull the boys and just fucking scream a guy's girlfriend running one day, and now he's got to deal with that like mentally?
Oh god. So in the Sonic trailer, the trailer for the Sonic 2 movie, Sonic is playing around with a turtle, and he's running real fast, thinking the turtle will enjoy going fast, and then he dropped the turtle. Do you think he's dealing with those consequences? According to the commercial, the turtle is fine, though. Good.
Tara, now you want in?
Again, Decker, why you haven't invested in a cat flap in the house is beyond me.
I do not need my cats to fly away.
No, a cat flap in your door that leads from bedroom to living room.
I do not need the cats flying between the bedroom and the living room.
Decker wants privacy when he masturbates.
He has his bathroom for that. If you don't put a cat flat in the bathroom, and it's
Okay,
easy
that's actually a valid point.
Tara, I'll let you in. Don't worry.
It's gonna be the entire Live and Wired show. Decker getting up and down, letting the cat in and out.
Yes.
Cat don't care.
Everyone feels like they've earned this.
Or just
Listen.
sitting there on the trash can.
Everyone, enjoy the shot of. Oh my God, Decker's dressed like Shaggy. He is
Yeah.
dressed like Shaggy. He
Yeah.
is the Shaggy. Wait, does that make you Fred or does that make you Daphne? Or am I Velma? Who's Velma?
If you're Velma, then I want to be Fred.
Fine.
I mean,
I mean-
Fred was the big beefy one, and he could MacGyver up just about any trap he wanted to. So it's not a bad, look.
If we're going for Mystery Incorporated, I would like to be Velma so I can be the sarcastic one.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, that's I speak sarcasm. And Velma got the hey.
Oh, I broke my neck.
Decker, if you
Fun.
broke your neck,
Fun.
Decker, you didn't-
Crunchy, but fun.
Of course, this means that you'll be mad at Decker because he chose his dog over you.
we're not going by that bit though. Okay, we'll take some aspects from Mystery Inc., not that aspect.
Actually, if you think about it, Velma was behaving, and you're going to be very mad at me, Kat, but Velma was behaving basically like a teenage girl.
Yeah, I agree with you with that, but she also was definitely behaving as a girl who's never had a relationship before.
Oh, I believe it too. I mean, I think Shaggy was her first relationship, so she was still in that phase that girls are regrettably, groomed into, where men are just a project that you have to fix. So she was dating Shaggy because there was all of these things that were air quotes wrong with him that she needed to correct.
S. Lyle donated £5 going, loving this great content, hope everyone is well. Well, Decker is
Thank you
now
very
mentally crazy because he's being haunted by the ghost.
I'm not haunted.
You are haunted. Just put some salt around you and be safe.
I couldn't figure out how to trigger the salt. I'm just there holding the freaking thing of Morton and
I'm glad you identified more. So, Decker, you're supposed to put it over. I don't know how it works in VR, but for us, it basically shows a little pile of salt, and you just basically left click, and it just drops a pile of salt. I don't know how it works.
If you were just making things too complicated, imagine that.
Decker figured out the tripod pretty quickly.
Well, there's a reason for that. They're anatomically similar.
Oh, Night of the Owl Horde. That's mean. He said I acted like Scooby-Doo, and I was also just as scared. I want to point out Grim kept killing us.
Yeah, there's that.
Trust me, I messaged Grim going, you dick.
Cat biting.
No,
Oh,
licking.
cat licking. Okay, that's fine. Still painful.
Yeah, what I learned. Yeah, John Ratsy, you're right. What you learn from Supernatural is salt keeps the spirits away. Then why didn't they just run around with hula hoops filled with salt to protect themselves? Just like fill this hula hoop.
Try
With,
walking with a hula hoop. It's a lot more complicated than it is.
Creepy. Here's a fun fact about Kat's past. She had to wear a hoop skirt with the hoops in it.
Oh,
I know what it's like.
never mind then.
Oh, man.
Don't forget squirt guns filled with holy water. Ooh. You know those really good ones from the 90s that were like the big giant ones that you could practically snipe someone from across your street with?
What
I
cat
want-
breed is that?
Human.
Tuxedo?
No, she is a Maine Coon cat. They grow to be very large
And fluffy.
and fluffy.
I think
yes.
Dobby's got some Maine Coon because he's extremely fluffy and pretty dang big.
Anyway, let's continue with news. What other Sonic news do you have, Decker?
Ah, yes. If you're tired of playing with Sonic, a video game of speed and like boom and like smash and glitches out the ass and you fall through the world and you're like fuck and the camera gets stuck between your left ear and you're like don't have to
falling
worry
in love-
about that anymore because now you
And
can
falling-
play Sonic Lego.
I was gonna say, I'm falling in love with a human. Does no one remember Sonic? It's so weird. I've never played a Sonic game, but I know so much about Sonic. I learned via osmosis.
So,
It's okay, night.
Yeah, I got this little Sonic the Hedgehog Lego set here with Eggman Mecha and the rings, and Sonic looks absolutely hideous in his little Lego Man Sonic design.
Decker, that Sonic is screaming, "Kill me!"
But hey, the little bots look fine.
The bots look fine because they're square and robotic naturally in the Sonic games. Sonic is not square.
He is now.
Why didn't they do like that? Do you remember that Lego, the Lego Mario that wasn't actually a little Lego figurine? It was like a bunch of Marios that you put together. Not Mario's, Lego. No one remembers that? Okay, just me. I'm just gonna sit here now and knit like a good quiet.
I'm sorry, I really don't.
Yeah, it came out like last year. No?
Nothing. Not ringing a bell. Sorry.
So people are someone just said, "Hey Decker, will you do the Leprechaun movies?" That's a whole summer. There's 8 of them.
That's a summer special right there.
That many?
There's 8 Leprechaun movies. That creepy.
They go to space and the hood.
Twice.
I knew about the one in the hood. I wasn't.
And it's one of those series where you also get the ones where people who are fans of the series will say, and you can skip that one.
Okay.
They want the whole series reviewed. That one is optional.
Okay,
Yeah.
so sorry, there's not 8. There's Leprechaun 1, Leprechaun 2, 3, Leprechaun in Space.
Roberto Iglesias Sanchez says 7 if you don't count Origins.
We all count Origins, though.
Oh.
Everyone counts Origins.
No one counts Origins.
Also, there's Leprechaun Returns. Leprechaun Returns, that's the latest one.
Okay.
And they actually got some members from the old cast, but not Warwick Davis, of course, because he's older.
How many is that? 7 or
8.
8? Oh, okay. So there was 8. Okay.
Hold on, wait, let me just refer my counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, 8. Yes,
Okay.
I counted. Why did I count in French? Decker, why did I count in French?
Ich weiß das nicht.
I am going to
Bolshevik.
really, because she is trying to rub her nose against that computer stand.
You gotta go for the first one, if anything, for Ice. Oh, for the first one in Leprechaun in the Hood?
Leprechaun movies, yes, that is very much big request.
Yeah.
I got a whole lot of other things on the docket. I
Gabriel
still gotta finish
Valdez-
this one.
Yeah.
Still
finish
working
it.
on it.
Gabriel Gonzalez Vilches donated 2,500 clip, which I think is Chilean.
Ah, thank you.
Do you guys recommend Shudder? Which streaming services do you recommend? Which would you recommend for VPNs from Chile? Hey, I was right. It was Chilean money.
See, when it comes to my movies and stuff, I like to get the physical ones. That allows me to do all the ripping and all the tearing and all that happy stuff that generally they have quite a few things to try and prevent on streaming. That I know there are other things I could do to try and get around that, but I don't feel quite as good about that. Because I'm always there like, if someone tries to take me to court, I have this and I have all the fine print that I've researched in the U.S. copyright law and the Digital Millennium Copyright Act and all that stuff. So that's where I'm at. But streaming, yeah, I know streaming, especially depending on where you are, can be a lot cheaper.
Yeah. I only have Netflix, but I'm also on the family plan for Hulu Plus and Disney Plus because it came in a pack, and my mom's like, "You're family."
But yeah, I know Shudder is horror and all that, which sounds real nice, but the only time I've ever heard of it were literally on commercials. They were just sponsorship chats about it. So.
I've only heard it from Dead Meat James, as well as any horror-based reviewer. Sadly, Decker is not one of them.
Well, I don't do sponsorship.
That's the joke, Decker. That's the joke. The joke was I watch other reviewers minus you. Decker's still not over that, is he?
Well, my joke is the fact that I told my fiancée that, hey, I have standards and I will not just mess with the flow of my show to throw in a little sponsorship plug in there because it's going to just throw off the feng shui of the whole thing. It's a certain level of entertainment that you have without that it will naturally make it worse for that. even though they offer to
They
pay
haven't
me
offered you a ton of
thousands of
money to do
dollars. And
Also-
Charlie's
Decker
there
never-
like, they offered to pay you what?
I said, plus they never offered you a ton of money to do it, so of course.
Well, there's
they're
the thing, and this is what I've done research on. The only people who really can get it is if you have actual interaction, like you have actual comments, you have actual people watching and liking. If it's just people watching, they're like, eh. The sponsorships are like, eh. But if you have like interaction and everything, that's
Oh, yeah.
important.
I mean,
Why does everyone-
Beat 'em Ups Wood has a lot of fun with his sponsorship bits and makes it entertaining, but I've seen enough of them that even now I'm just like, oh god, this is just going to take a while now, isn't it? I almost would prefer him to just do it and get it over with.
I know there's another reviewer, he does the anti-sponsorship because he's like, since you guys gave me so much money for what would be the sponsorship section, I will either A, tell you about a scammer sponsorship that's floating around, or B, show you how to make this food.
Oh god.
Which he then once did his giant loaded baked potato soup, which takes a lot of prep to do and takes like 8 hours to make.
Oh. That sounds
It's
delicious.
Yeah, it is delicious, but it's like a lot of bacon is involved.
And?
You know, onions, celery, carrots, potato, of course. Lots of cream, lots of butter.
Well, I mean, is there a problem with the bacon?
He has to cook so much, he has to do it on 4 different skillets.
This is a problem?
If you have a heart condition.
What was it? I feel like I was saying something and I completely forgot it because I'm old.
You're not old, Decker. Says the girl who's knitting. I want to point this out.
So
They've
streaming
been knitting for a very,
streaming.
very long time.
Like because that's just like, not only would it have to be a decent selection, but also
It has
decently
documented.
priced in your region and have servers close to your region, so that the streaming experience would be of value.
If you happen to be one of those nerds like me who happens to enjoy like behind the scenes documentaries and making of documentaries, I know Shudder has a huge selection of those. So if you're into that, I might recommend it. I can't fully say because I don't actually own Shudder, but I've heard news from people who actually do use it, and
I think the most important thing is, do they have a free or close to free trial?
Yes, there are some that do.
That's the best way to find out if it even works for you.
Yeah, if they have a free trial.
Free trial.
Free trial for everyone. Everyone hold a sandwich. Let's all hold hands and sing Kumbaya.
Because, one of the greatest things about Game Pass
God!
is you can get your first 3
See what you
months
triggered.
of Game Pass Ultimate for only $1, which gives you access to well over 100 games to play on an Xbox console or on PC with Game Pass Ultimate, and on an Android phone through xCloud game streaming.
He won't do this during a review, but he'll interrupt a live stream and everyone else to do it here.
I want to point out.
But they're not paying me.
I want to point out something. No, Decker, you used to actually do that a lot because you said, and I quote, "I'm going to do this so I can get a free Xbox next time."
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because every other fucking gaming YouTuber, even slightly gaming, who's about an eighth my size, got sent an Xbox Series console. And I'm here like, I had to buy my damn Xbox Series.
I'm sitting here wondering if they legitimately got it from Microsoft or if they bought it and claimed they got it from Microsoft to say they had some form of clout.
Well, it's kind of tough to find the things. But you do have a point there. Claiming clout does have a bit of value, and it's not like Microsoft is going to track down a small YouTuber who said that they're in good with them and be like, actually, we shall have it known that Big Tits McGee 69420 is not on the good list for Microsoft. They're not necessarily on the bad list either. But
Except
we did
maybe
not send them that Xbox.
Eddie Herta says we should basically be sponsoring up until Meth Gators is possible. How is our Meth Gator stash? We were what $10?
I thought we were up to like 30 something.
Yeah, we're up to 30-something because certain people would donate saying this is for meth gators.
Yeah. I should have really kept track of that.
It's $30, Decker. Just make a sticky note and basically...
Let's send this to all of our investors right now. I did not keep track of that first $30. I believe I spent it on Sonic cheeseburgers.
Or Sonic Philly cheesesteaks.
That's another piece of news that's Sonic related.
See, this is how you do it.
Yeah.
Where's Thick Black Daddy? He had a bit of an emergency last time he was streaming, and EMTs had to show up, and I'm not entirely certain it's in our place to just tell everyone all about his personal private life and his, if his current medical condition is that. I'll just say he's fine, he's doing better, but
It's a lie.
Didn't feel quite up to streaming today.
Yeah.
So
yeah. He had a very valid reason for not being.
Emilio Valdez just asked, Decker, get sponsorships from us. I'm sorry, I don't think there would be any... I don't think Coca-Cola is willing to be having their products in a movie called Meth Gator.
No, Coca-Cola, when it comes to a YouTuber saying poopy, will be like, I can't really deal with this. But if we come up to them and say, hey, can we have the hero, the villain, or both in our story about Meth Gator just sitting there drinking Coca-Cola, and can we get a few $1,000s for that little spot in there? I'm pretty sure we'd have a good chance at that. We could have the Meth Gator drinking the Coke.
Would you like to know a fun factoid I learned about Apple? If an Apple product is a movie, they have a clause that says villains and bad people are not allowed to use Apple products, only good people. So, if you happen to be watching a movie that is a whodunit, check their phones for Apple icons. You'll figure out who the baddie is.
First Meth Gator should be named El Chompo.
Well, I mean, it won't be called that in movie, but we could name the actual, the gator itself, like
we're going to get a real gator and feed it meth. We figured out this is actually the cheapest option.
No, it's not. I showed you the plushie.
This is a great way to get sued by every animal rights association on the planet.
Decker, I showed you the plushie. We'll use that.
And an actual gator on meth. I still like that idea. And the lawnmower, like super lawnmower.
Decker just wants to use this as an excuse to get a new lawnmower. Decker!
A super mecha lawnmower. I keep telling you, it'd be the greatest climax ever.
We agreed it would be a propane-based explosion due to the meth lab.
I still think that the super mecha lawnmower, harkening back to the power loader from Aliens, still kind of really works. It's got the arms for you to do the hedge trimming, like...
Decker.
So what's the Sting line going to be? Get away from them, you handbag.
I like it.
Or pair of cheap gator boots. No, actually, that depends where you live. Because gator boots you can get pretty decently here in Florida. If you go outside of any place that doesn't have gators, it might cost more.
Yeah.
Right.
We have some gators in Texas. Not as much, but remember one tried to kill Thick Black Daddy.
True.
Yes, while he was partaking of eating cabbage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was in his grandmother's aunt's backyard, something like that. Yeah.
Motherfucking chainsaw hands. Technically, Lone Dragon, no, it would have hedge clip. They'd visually be similar, but it wouldn't be able to take down a tree. It just kind of.
Gonzalez is telling us to talk about news.
My cat, so I think it's yours, Decker.
Decker, your cat's meowing.
Sarah, you can't go to Narnia. She wants in the closet. She's not meowing at the door. She's meowing at the closet.
Hey, Decker, what happened to that squirrel that you found in your attic? Are you sure it's not in the closet?
I have not heard it for some time. I put a little live catch trap up there, put a little bait on it, but I haven't even heard it scurrying around. I've been up there, looked at the trap, and the doors are still up. They haven't shut down, so.
So, anyway.
I think maybe it saw me up there and realized, oh, this isn't exactly the quick getaway I thought it would be, and crawled the fuck out of the house.
Decker, I'm Dariaing right now.
Ah.
La 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 la.
Stop. This
Still.
is nice stuff.
Actual gator, actual myth.
No meth! No actual meth, no actual gators.
It's called method acting.
Decker, method acting is done by actors who want an excuse to be an asshole to people. That's all what method acting is. It is an excuse for men to be assholes to people.
And?
Okay, and women. We're not doing that to a gator.
I'm just trying to save a little money and also deliver exactly what we promise on the tin. Come for the meth gators, see meth gators.
Decker! He's making that one vein in my head pop, and I hate that.
You can actually do that, and you're not an anime character.
I know!
Impressive. That's pretty impressive.
It's like somewhere right, it's right around here where the vein pops.
Tara.
Decker?
You want to hop into the bathroom?
She wants to play with the
She wants to watch the water swirl.
Okay.
Creepy, don't mention it! Don't mention it! We'll activate his other card.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Which you did during the stream of Phasmophobia. He complained that the house didn't have one of these things that we're not going to talk about, because if we don't talk about it, Decker can't talk about his.
It's not like I don't know what you're talking about.
We have a rule, Decker. You can't talk about it unless someone actually brings it up.
Unless we say the actual word, which none of us have. Therefore.
When did this rule get written?
We wrote it 10 minutes ago while you were in the bathroom. Oh, shit.
Speaking of writing.
Are we going to talk about the Sonic thing?
Yes.
Thank you.
So, Sonic cheese steak? I'm going to have to look this up.
Sonic Philly cheesesteak, Decker. He doesn't believe they're...
God damn it, auto-completed.
Damn.
What the hell is this?
It's a Philly cheese...
What? No.
Hold on, I have
Back in 2 new sizes. Wait.
Yeah, they have the extra long Philly cheesesteak, which they use the hot dog buns for their extra long hot dogs.
Oh, this is an article from 2019. Okay, how back is the backness?
Is it a picture of a blue Philly cheesesteak? Oh, if only Eddie heard us. If only it was a blue Philly cheesesteak. It's not. It's
Original
gonna
post October 1st, 2018. Oh, well, motherfucker, where is... You said this is a thing going on right now. I'm not finding anything from this year. Okay,
Sonic...
I see something from Peep This Out saying Sonic Extra Long Ultimate Cheesesteaks review 1 week ago on YouTube. Is a video.
I got this.
February 1st, 20... Okay, Sonic has good news for fans of its cheesesteaks. Oh my god!
What?
Okay, this is a February 1st, 2021 article. This is... I'm looking at what they are calling cheesesteaks right there.
Will you share it with the audience, please?
I am sharing it.
Okay,
It's in the chat. It's in the chat.
No, I meant the audience as in the people.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about yourself. Okay, what are those? Are those tater tots?
Yes!
They put tater tots.
Tater tots.
And jalapenos. I'm pretty sure that a Philly cheesesteak doesn't have jalapenos.
Jalapenos are a type of pepper. It is acceptable. It's not standard, but I wouldn't really hold a jalapeno against a Philly cheesesteak. Like, I can imagine that. Maybe it's the Texan in me. Like, yeah, I can accept the jalapeno on it. But fucking tater tots? Why is anything potato on there?
I think it's...
Is it just me, or does the cheese look like cheese spread? You know,
it's
like
supposed to be cheese spread. That's a traditional Philly cheesesteak, according to Mr. Philadelphia over here.
It is. You use Cheese Whiz. Everything else is heresy.
Never mind.
Except for American cheese is also acceptable. Provolone is for pizza steaks, I will have you know.
Right, said Brett. A tater tot is basically... Okay, you know what a potato is. Now, first you make the French fries. And whatever is left over that didn't become a French fry gets mashed up and becomes tater tot. It's basically... The tater tot was created as an effective way to use all of the potato.
Uh-huh.
And it's given to children in school. And some of us children didn't like it because the mushy inside and the crispy outside was wrong in their brain. Because 9 times out of 10, the mushy outside was either way too... Okay, anyway.
It was two different extremes. It was too crispy on the outside and too mushy on the inside.
Or you would get the ones the school made, which were allegedly baked, and they actually tasted mushy as hell.
See, they got this almost right. Like, the Philly cheesesteak is a relatively simple sandwich to make and consists of thinly sliced beef, onions, green and red peppers. It's like, those are optional and it can be either or. And provolone cheese. It's like, no, that's a pizza steak, you fucking heathens! All on a hoagie roll.
That's not a hoagie roll. That's a hot dog.
That's a hot dog bun. That's a foot-long hot dog bun with tater tots.
Yeah.
I told Decker about this, and he when I said, "Hey, Sonic has a Philly cheesesteak," and I explained what was in it, Decker's like, at first I thought you meant the hedgehog, and I really, at the end of that sentence, I really wish it was the hedgehog.
Now, I also wanted to actually see if my local Sonic had these monstrosities for me to have one on stream and give my personal opinion of it. But I didn't have enough time.
Yep.
The dog was a dog.
Arr.
Terra! What's he meowing about? Oh, hi, Dobby.
French fries do not come from France, General Darko. They are actually a Belgian food. It's just America was stupid and called them French fries. And then we don't talk about that weird period where they talked about freedom fries. We don't speak of that.
It's like, France doesn't like the thing that America also isn't going to like in hindsight.
Yeah, America's like, we're gonna go.
How dare! Well, we're gonna start calling this freedom fries instead. How you like that?
Well, the food wasn't even French to begin with. It is Belgian. We do not care.
And then you have the also Philadelphia cream cheese was actually invented in New York, not Philadelphia.
English muffins were invented. Sorry.
And yeah, but at the time, people believed that everything expensive and swank and bourgeois came from Philadelphia, so they made it that.
So they're just like.
Okay, excuse me. Also, the English muffin was invented in New York, not England. Also, Emilio Valdez, you're wrong. Hamburgers were invented in Germany, and hot dogs were also invented in Germany. Well, yeah, kind of.
So where were tacos invented?
Mexico. That's actually Mexico.
But there's a difference between a Mexican taco and a Tex-Mex taco.
I believe it. Yeah.
Yeah, as Grim would say, taco. You could go down the street, buy some tacos for 5 cents, and it would be delicious and be made out of meat you do not want to know what's in it. Taco Bell, it's meat you know what's in it, but you know there's other stuff, and it doesn't taste good, and it costs like 5 times as much.
Yeah.
I remember once being in a conversation with him, and he goes, "Hold on 1 second." Goes off, comes back 5 minutes later. There was some dude walking around selling tamales. I needed to get some.
Oh yeah, I know how that works. Yeah.
It's like,
when I was in Houston, I lived in the barrio. So yeah, when the tamale guy goes by, you go get your ass some tamales.
There's a Mexican restaurant run by a nice Mexican family that practically knows my whole family.
See, they can't stay in one place for too long, or the police come by and they're like, no soliciting, no this. So they got to keep moving. Fish
tacos are actually a Californian invention, like Captain Caveman was talking about. Fish tacos are Californian. So is the Korean barbecue burrito, which Decker, if I remember correctly, said, "How many countries am I offending if I eat this?"
Oh God, I recently went to HEB because I found out the local one actually had the Jesus fucking Christ udon that I like. Well, okay, it's not actually called Jesus fucking Christ. It's JFC, but that's what I used to remember it.
Oh, Thick Black Daddy's in the audience. Hi, Thick Black Daddy. How you doing?
Hello, Thick Black Daddy. Good to see you joining us on some level. Everyone was worried about why you were not here, and I said it is not my place to speak of your health, and then I realized that that's making it sound really bad. So I'm like, okay, he's doing fine. He's just not... It doesn't feel quite up to joining us tonight, so that's...
He's here in spirit, and moderating the chat when I can't pay attention.
Yes. But, what was it?
Jesus fucking Christ, udon.
Oh yeah, I went to get the Jesus fucking Christ udon at the local HEB, and it was the first time I went to that HEB. It's local, but it's a small town, and it's like the next town over, and it's the second HEB in that town. So I was like, okay,
Your town has 2 HDBs. How fancy.
yeah. So I went down in there, and I'm going in there, and it's all new to me, and trying to figure out exactly where everything is. And so I'm slowly making my way around, and I find out they sell sushi there. And I'm like, hot damn. It has been years since I have had myself some nice sushi. And I went over and I took a look at their sushi. And something was immediately wrong about it.
Was it all California rolls?
Not all. Not all.
None of them had raw fish?
Oh, well, they did have a few tuna rolls, but... like, they had several different rolls. They had, like, 5 different kinds of sushi, one of which was actually raw, which was the tuna. Mm-hmm. And they also had the tuna that was cooked.
Of course. For the wimps.
But every single one of them was, like, spicy. And I'm looking at it like, what? There's something wrong here. Something wrong. The spice you get from the wasabi mixed with the soy that you dip in it. What is this all this spicy it's talking about? And I'm looking at it and I realize from my distant memories of good sushi that I used to have, what they did. They, absolutely none of them, had any of the flying fish roe that a lot of times you have, that you have on the outside of the rice of a sushi roll, if it's not wrapped in seaweed right there.
Right.
Instead of the flying fish roe, they were rolled in Cajun seasoning.
That sounds interesting and wrong at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a thing known as jackass sushi. Do you want to know about jackass sushi?
Yes.
Okay, Guy Fieri made this. He made it he was making sushi, and there were some people who were like, "Oh, I don't want sushi," and he ran out of fish. So there was pulled pork. So he put pulled pork in instead of fish, and used some of the ingredients that were used for the coleslaw, but not the coleslaw itself, and wrapped that up in rice. And he goes, and someone was like, "You can't put pulled pork in sushi, you jackass."
The pork was cooked, right?
Yes, it was cooked pulled pork.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah, it was cold pulled pork. It was in the barbecue sauce, da 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 da.
Okay.
But he just put that in, and he served it to like the kids and stuff, and it was like, Gummy bear sushi. Is that where you take a bunch of gummy bears, you put them in a fruit roll up, and then you wrap it? Because that sounds like something a child would do.
Lone Dragon's like, they're laughing at you in the kitchen. Look, we fed them raw fish and hot wine, and they're eating it!
But close enough!
But it has been a long time since I've had good sushi, and it remains a long time.
Last time I've had sushi, it was overpriced and not enough filling and mostly rice.
Decker didn't have any sushi, I don't think, when we were in Japan.
We had some onigiri.
True.
I have a whole box of sushi rice I need to really take care of.
But yeah, sushi
was
in
actually
Japan...
really good, and not expensive either.
Sushi in Japan, you have the 2 levels. You have the convenience store sushi.
Which are served at Publix.
And then you have the nice sushi house, which is a bit of a price range.
And a sushi boat.
Yeah.
Nice.
But we did enjoy the onigiri. Yeah, the onigiri was very good.
Savage Tiger 13 donated $20. Decker, you're supposed to read when it's a $20.
Savage Tiger 13 donated $20.
Read the damn message, Decker.
It says, sorry to hear that, Thick Black Daddy. I hope you have a smooth recovery. My thoughts and prayers are with you. And to the rest of the gang, stay safe and happy. Yes, I am trying.
We're trying in these hard times.
He mentioned earlier in the chat that, yes, he suffered a stroke.
Yeah. Which, when you're in a family who also had a person 2 years ago, suffer from a stroke, everyone in the family makes that face of panic.
Yeah.
Like, he's fine. He's fine. To an extent, but he's fine.
I'm seeing if I can move some stuff around and next week head down. See, maybe. I don't know. I hope.
Give him a big old hug and make him play the VR. Oh, Thick Black Daddy said, all the thank you and appreciation, heart. It's a red heart.
But, what was it?
We were talking
So we're
about
talking
Sonic.
about terrible Philly cheesesteaks.
Are we going to do the poll, which is about Sonic now?
I mean, from the looks of the cheesesteak, I can say that it probably tastes okay-ish. Like, James Coney Island has a pretty good tasting cheesesteak. It's not exactly right, but a hot dog shop has most of the ingredients made in the right way. That it tastes close enough. So I feel like the Sonic cheesesteak, the idea of it is like, it's another cheesesteak put out there that I'm gonna taste and be like, this isn't right, and throw it at the waiter's face, and the waiter's gonna cry, and I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna kick him, and then they're gonna escort me out like I did something wrong, and I'm like, do you know what you did with that cheesesteak? And then drag me off, the police arrive, and I tell them about the cheesesteak, and they look at me like I'm crazy.
Should I tell you that Sonic serves you in car and the waiter isn't there, so you can't throw your food at the face? You would be throwing it out at your neighbor who's also in their car's face instead, or some small tiny child.
You don't take into account how quickly I shove the food in my mouth after receiving it.
He has you there, Kat. He has you there.
All right, I forgot to put into the equation Decker's speed at shoving food.
Decker's Kirby ability.
Oh, he is Kirby. I'm Kirby. Oh crap, we're all Kirby.
I've told the story before about how when we were during our overlay in Beijing, China, and we went to that. I don't even remember.
Pizza Hut.
Yeah, it was that ramen shop or soup shop.
Yeah.
It was like
a little coffee shop that served bowls of noodles.
Yeah, and there was that very, very hot pepper at the very bottom, and I got to it first, and I told Decker, watch out for that hot pepper. It's nothing to fuck around with. And Decker just sort of chuckles at me and keeps on eating. 5 minutes or so later, all of a sudden, Decker's like, dude, I said, watch out for the hot pepper.
Decker, you're like those. It's like video of Chris. Which Chris is it? The good-looking one that looks like Thor. That is Thor. Hemsworth. Yeah. And he's at he's in this Asian country and he's trying to drink soup and he keeps going sip ow, sip ow, sip ow, sip ow. Blows on it, sips ow. I'm like, he's a himbo. He's a real life himbo, and he's married.
But
that has the tie.
Yeah, just the idea of tater tots just ruins the cheesesteak to me. The jalapenos don't, even though it really isn't correct. It still sounds like, hey, you've done something, you've made it your own, and it still matches? But the tater tots!
So let me ask you this. If the tater tots came with the Sonic Philly cheesesteak, but we're not in the cheesesteak, what if it was a side item, if it came with tater tots the way that burgers come with fries, would that be okay with you?
Well, yeah, the same way a burger can come with fries, and that's fine with me, but if you put the fries in the burger, I'm like, are you insane?
Actually, there are burgers that are made that way.
Decker, I have a deep, dark confession to give you.
You shove your fries in your burger?
Yes.
See, now I gotta shove fries into my next burger.
Well, see, here's what you need to understand. The tech school I went to had seasoned fries, but the burgers weren't as seasoned because people put ketchup and everything. So and lunch hour was really short. So basically, you would put your French fries on your burger and eat it at the same time. So you could get through quickly, so you could talk to your friends at lunch. Mm-hmm. So that's what you did, Decker.
But what if I then take the burger fry sandwich and put it in my Dr. Pepper?
I would smack you because soggy ass bread.
Then just kind of take the whole thing. There we go.
It's not how it works, Decker. That's not how it works. It's not how it works. Decker, no, Decker. Ow, I just pinched my fucking forehead.
And I combine that with the remainder of my morning coffee.
Why would you drink
Coffee.
Me and Dr. Pepper together.
Because he hates himself and he wants to see if he can make his heart stop.
Coffee Dr. Pepper is something I haven't tried, but it doesn't sound bad because Pepsi Kona was the shit.
Actually, Thick Black Daddy combined beer with Dr. Pepper, and he said it smelled terrible, but it tasted great.
I still have to try that.
Oh my god, no. That's what... That's why there are Darwin Awards. I mean, there are people who dip
When I
the
worked
French
at Burger
fry-
King, I blended a cheeseburger into a milkshake and drank it once. Well, that would probably just taste kind of like a chunky milkshake.
No, Decker, it wouldn't. No,
Well, I'm saying the milkshake is very thick and has a strong flavor. It would coat and cover most of the cheeseburger, except for like the meat part, which would the grease would get around and stuff. But that'd be just kind of salty, which matches well with sweet.
Decker, should I tell you about this restaurant Guy Fieri went to where they deep fried their burgers in batter?
Is this like a Kitchen Nightmares thing or like
No,
the Tastes of America thing?
Diners? No, not Gordon Ramsay. Guy Fieri.
Well,
No, he went to a restaurant and they did the thing where they deep fry the actual burger patties themselves, right? Deep fry them, put them in the thing. Sometimes there were cheese stuffed ones. And then Guy Fieri decided to make a whole burger, cover it in batter, and then deep fry it. Apparently, it didn't end up greasy. It actually tasted good. It was just like an extra layer of crunch.
So yeah, I want sushi. So Sonic is making cheese steaks, or what they're calling it, and they can put tater tots on them. So let's do a little Twitter poll, everybody.
With spaghetti noodles is actually a very common thing up north, actually. Chili with spaghetti, yeah, that's a thing. Also, Decker, how would you feel about... Okay, you know what a po' boy is, Decker? Or what a hoagie
Obviously.
is? You know what a hoagie is?
I am.
Anything. Hoagie is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything's frozen right now, I'm just saying.
People put potato chips in their hoagies. Eat them.
Okay, so Live and Wired poll. What else can Sonic Drive-Ins add to their menu with tater tots on top?
I've said I said an energy drink.
Oh, for fuck's sake, it just deleted it. God damn it.
Did you know deep fried Twinkies were not invented in America? They were invented in Scotland. Wheat does not grow from...
Okay, here we go. Choice. Choice 1. Sushi.
Energy drink!
I'm saying the Sonic Drive-Ins. What can they add to their menu and throw tater tots on top of?
Oh, I thought you were talking about actual, like, Sonic products. You know, products that would have...
No, Sonic Drive-Ins.
Someone said haggis.
Ooh, haggis with tater tots. I like the idea.
If you paid attention to the recent VTuber trend on YouTube, Gordon Ramsay actually roasted VTubers playing Cooking Simulator. Yeah, because Cooking Simulator isn't accurate.
Yeah, isn't that kind of like Dr. Mike getting upset at people playing Surgeon Simulator?
Yeah, well, the thing is, if you want to get really fancy schmancy with the cutting, you actually have to play the game. In free mode, you don't have all the special skills yet. You have to play the game to get the free mode fun. And I'm like, that's not fair.
Yeah. Though I do want Cooking Simulator VR.
Of course Decker does.
Well, it's the only way I can think I can have an enjoyable time playing that.
Well, no, it's not that part. Of course Decker does. Decker will now be doing a cooking show. I will teach you all how to cook steak. Take steak, put in pan.
So, we got sushi and haggis. What else can they make and throw tater tots on top of?
I read bidet, and I'm like, you cannot put a bidet. Oh, fuck! Is that it?
Pizza.
Thank you.
Sonic pizza with tater tots.
I'm trying to think of a dessert. Molten lava cake.
With tater? How does the tater...
Salty goes with sweet, mister. I said salty goes with sweet. They put the tater tots in the lava part of the chocolate lava cake.
Tater tot lava cake. Go with it.
Lava cake.
Someone said lasagna, and there's another person who said potato salad with tater tots in it.
Okay, so we got sushi, haggis, pizza, and lava cake. 30 minutes on Twitter at Decker Shadows starting now. I will be sharing the link in the chat momentarily.
Lone Dragon just said roasted hedgehog with tater tots.
Oh, God.
That one would have won.
Absolutely. I would have voted for it.
Someone said cheesy tots with tater tots on tops and French fries with tater tots on top.
French fries with tater tots. I get that sometimes when you just order the French fries. There'll be a couple of tater tots just in there.
Oh, do you love it when sometimes you get French fries and then there's an onion ring with the French fries and you're just like, Christmas!
Bonus!
Yes!
I unlocked the special Sonic secret power.
Well, no,
tater tot kebabs.
Ooh, that's actually a thing.
Boudin! Boudin! But I don't think a lot of people... I'm not sure. We're all pretty southern, actually.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. I was going to get like, okay, Creepy's the most northern... Mississippi.
Yeah.
I'm in Central Mississippi, actually, and that's the most rural part of Mississippi.
Yeah, so we all know what the fuck Boudin is. I'm going to call my brother in Pennsylvania. He won't know what the fuck it is.
Listen, I had to explain grits to my friend Grim earlier. Remember? I messaged you guys going, I just had to explain grits to a non-southerner.
Yeah, I just said, it's pretty much oatmeal, but corn.
You know, I actually Googled how do you explain, what is grits? You know, for if Google had a simpler explanation to me, because I was going to get really, really overcomplicated, and it goes, grits is basically porridge, but instead of oatmeal, you use cornmeal. I go, I mean, that's accurate, but you also put cream and butter and cheese and cook it for a good time, and then you put shrimp on top.
Grits tends to be a savory dish.
No, that's polenta, you heathen.
What part about butter and shrimp doesn't sound savory to you, woman?
Okay, fine. Shrimp and grits, there's an exception. But grits are usually, like, served, you know, with breakfast, with cream and butter.
You can make grits with sausage, too.
Yes. Oh, instead of doing biscuits and gravy because you're out of biscuits because your mama forgot to buy the freaking can, you do grits with gravy. You put the sausage gravy on top of the grits.
Yeah.
And you'd make grits sandwiches for breakfast when you're trying to have a hip hop career up until you say fuck it and become a country singer.
or you could do deep fried mac and cheese, which is or do it with grits instead, where you basically have the grits, it's nice and congealed, you slice it up, and then you put flour on it and batter it lightly, and then you deep fry. Why are people so obese in the South, I'm wondering?
Tater tots in gumbo? That sounds possibly acceptable?
No, gumbo doesn't have potatoes in it.
It doesn't, but it is served on rice, which is still, carbs.
Starch. Mr. Willigator donated £5 going, everything deep fried originates in Scotland. The panel must now change their name to Hamish to be authentic.
I was about to say or put an O in front of their name, but then it was like, oh wait, no, that's Irish.
Yeah.
Anyone ever heard of chocolate pizza? Yes. Only like giant cookies with a lot of icing on them.
Chocolate pizza. There was actually used to be a pizza joint that served dessert pizzas, but it was like a sweeter crust, and they would put like either chocolate pudding on top, or there was a blueberry jam or raspberry jam. There was an
placenta. Oh god.
Welcome to Deep Fry That Placenta.
I'm thinking like Sonic placenta with tater tots.
I just want to point out, I didn't recommend that. That was not me.
What is a tater tot? Well, I guess we should... I should bring up a little, like, tater tot.
Didn't I already explain tater tots?
Not casserole, you son of a bitch. I don't...
Okay. Ooh, Decker, would you like to have a gyro?
Okay, let's see. Boom. Tater tots are as follows. A tater tot is, like Hat explained, the remains of a potato after it has been...
French fried.
You've chopped it up for French fries and everything, and then the little tiny bits that remained are all mushed together and then pushed out into these little tiny
cylindrical
cylinders. And just kind of recoagulated into a mini potato thing, and that's deep fried like a French fry, and boom, there you go. You have a tater tot.
It was basically a cost-effective way to use potato waste.
Yes, instead of having to just say, well, all of that potato just goes into the trash or into the compost heap. No, it goes into your belly.
And is a cheap food that is given to children in elementary school.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much. Which says a lot about how much parents love their children.
Listen, tater tots were a cheap thing, and were come in big bags and were available. And you know, if you could buy it with your food stamps and you could buy some actual decent meat, you know.
I believe it. I remember that was one of the few things about our cafeteria that I thought they could actually semi-cook, and it was tater tots.
Yeah. Hey, kitty. Hi? Is that one Tara?
Yeah, this
or
is
Dobby?
Tara.
That's Tara.
You can tell
Dobby
because
would
it's
be
just
clawing
small,
him right now.
and her claws are out.
Yeah.
She wants to go for your throat.
Yeah, she does.
Cafeteria pizza was garbage. It looked like a carpet sample and tasted like a carpet sample. Although they used this. What? Am I not wrong?
It really wasn't. I don't remember the pizza being good, so go ahead.
Yeah. But although, does anyone remember breakfast at schools? And sometimes they would have that biscuits and gravy little pizza thing. It was like the white gravy and the sausage bits, and it was like a bread base. And most likely it's the same carpet sample breading that they use for the carpet sample pizza, but it actually tasted good.
Breakfast
I
at
got
school?
maybe a third of that.
Yes. Breakfast at school. Schools used to serve breakfast for kids who couldn't have breakfast at home. Am I the only one who was on the food program?
I just went without
No,
breakfast.
nothing like that at my school. Nothing like that at my school.
Yeah, if you were part of the free school lunch program, you got free breakfast and lunch.
Now, I was part of the free school lunch program, and they were like, nah, you're just gonna have to deal with whatever the hell, like, scraps we decide you get.
My sister's also on the free lunch program, and not only does she get breakfast and dinner, she also gets a care package every other weekend. We have so much Chef Boyardee. Does anyone want Chef Boyardee raviolis? Please.
Mini raviolis are regular.
I don't know. I just saw the word ravioli, and I was like,
And with or without meatballs.
without meatballs, most likely. It's a school. I don't.
Decker, have you ever heard of the expression "beggars can't be choosers"?
Which is what you basically
I
learn
am
if
no
you're on the
longer
free
a beggar, is the thing.
He's a
I'm just
chooser.
out of focus.
Oh yeah, they sometimes also gave you They also give Pop-Tarts.
I had to pay for my Pop-Tarts. Which is why I didn't get any.
I was about to say, Decker, is this the start of your villain story? Is this why you're a super villain now?
But everyone always got their fucking... They got their... Everyone in the school got free ice cream on their birthday.
My school didn't do that. You had to
Mine
pay for that
did.
shit. And it wasn't
Mine
even ice
didn't.
cream, it was sherbet.
Yeah, it was just that little cup with the little wooden thing.
Yeah.
But still,
And you
every kid got it on their birthday.
But you? Was it because your
My
birthday
birthday's
was
July 28th!
I was about to say, was it because your birthday somehow always landed on a weekend? It's
I
like,
feel like Decker's origin story it matches up with those villains in cereal commercials. You know, the ones that are always trying to stop the little kids from eating cereal? Yeah.
let the kids, listen, Tricks Rabbit Decker, let the kids have their tricks.
Actually, no, it was the other way around. The kids were the ones who were being assholes. All the rabbit wanted was to just eat some damn cereal.
Okay, no, wait, I'm thinking of the people who were like, cookies for breakfast for the Cookie Crisp.
Yeah,
Oh.
or the Soggies, who for some reason resented the fact that children could eat crispy cereal.
Oh god, I just remembered a commercial for freaking shredded wheat. I hate shredded wheat. No one likes shredded wheat. Does anyone actually legitimately,
Toaster
unironically-
tarts from Aldi are the best. The first attempt, really, because when I've had anything that's not a Pop-Tart, I've always no. Though Charlie says that I'm absolutely insane because my favorite Pop-Tart is unfrosted blueberry.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
My favorite Pop-Tart was the chocolate one.
Chocolate one was always good, or the frosted blueberry. You don't do sad people do unfrosted, Decker.
What do you
Unfrosted is
expect?
better. It has a more toasty flavor. You enjoy the pastry. You don't need this slab of sugar on there. You have the slab of sugar on the inside.
Don Ochtenberg donated $5 and said, Decker, you have horrible taste in Pop-Tarts. Kidding. Said, when can we expect the Summer of Critters? I think there's enough movies to do one.
You can, like, for strictly speaking, Decker, for these horror franchises that are only, like, 3 or 4, sometimes 5 movies long, you could, like, do one half of one summer is one franchise and the other half of the summer is another franchise.
Kind of like the summer of Freddy versus Jason, but not insane.
Yeah. And Decker not splitting his personality and becoming Freddy Krueger, and you dancing around in the Jason outfit, threatening to kill him. Oh no, he didn't dance in the Jason outfit. He danced in the Michael Myers outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I danced as Michael Myers, and
he was Michael Myers.
Charlie was Wheelchair Myers.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you could make like a Summer of Critters versus Leprechaun.
No, Leprechaun has 8 movies. He can do a whole summer on Leprechaun.
Yes, Foxy, yes, Unfrosted Gang! Woo! Unfrosted Strawberry is also pretty nice.
Decker's unfrosted! It's sad!
But I don't care too much for the brown sugar one.
Okay, he's extra sad now. Decker, unfrosted toaster pastries is like unfrosted iced birthday cake. Do you like unfrosted birthday cake?
Yes.
Creepy. Remind me to send him a screen grab of me ranting about the naked cake thing that I was talking about while watching food
Naked
shows.
cake is best cake.
Naked cake is not good. Naked cake has dry-ass edges and has way too much frosting for a bite to be done properly. Because they're compensating for the lack of moisture around the cake. We need to just do a stream of me and Decker arguing about food and just creepy just being the creepy just me.
Me just shaking my head like.
You mean this stream?
Yes. And every other stream when food gets mentioned. Don Ochtenberg donated $5 going, if you want to break down the Summer of Infinity, all 23 MCU movies from Iron Man to Spider-Man, far from... I like Decker, and I will not make it... No, because you also have to include it's the MCU only, but if we were doing like the Marvel movies before MCU, it wouldn't kill Decker as badly. I mean, Elektra's a really good movie to watch. If you
pancakes without butter or syrup? Good pancakes you can have without butter or syrup. But I do like my pancakes with real butter, not margarine. Real Land O'Lakes Challenge. Fredericks.
I remember that was the thing that Decker did approve of when he was here. He liked the fact that we had real butter, although he still considered our pancake syrup blasphemy. Since it didn't
yes,
come
it is. You do not
Canada.
have maple-flavored corn syrup. You have maple syrup. Maple Grove Farms, pure, 100% pure maple syrup, straight from Vermont.
New Duck Prime donated $5 going, sorry, Mr. Stream. My school used to give me free milk in the 80s. Why is it not a video game summer? A video game. Well, there's a lot of summer video games movies. You could do the Prince of Persia movie. You could do the Assassin's Creed movie. You could do the Mario movie. You could do the Sonic movie. You could do the if you're doing
the Super Mario Brothers movie.
That's the one I mentioned. You could do the 2 Dead Space movies. If you do a whole summer of nothing but video game movies, I'm just listing all the video game movies I've liked. I'm including some really bad ones to make you suffer. You could do the Resident Evil movies, but the ones animated ones. No, Decker, breathe. Only the animated ones, not the live-action Wes Anderson ones. Just the animated ones.
Actually, there are enough Resident Evil live-action movies for there to be an entire summer of it.
So that's why he would only do the animated movies, because they're actually decent and are very good. Because I swear, animated movies animated Resident Evil movies are actually...
Oh, Emilio Valdez is asking... Vermont maple syrup versus Canadian maple syrup. Who wins? You see, being born in Vermont, I gotta say, Vermont has a special place in my heart, but they do have a maple leaf on the Canadian penny. That is their flag. They're like, fucking that's like... they got something to be proud of there.
For Vermont.
Decker, did you know in Japan they fry their maple leaves and eat them? Don't do that with them.
They know what they're doing.
Also, Decker goes, what about the summer of Neil Breen? He hasn't done that many movies, though, Neil Breen. Do you know who Neil Breen is, Decker?
No.
He regrets
Getting back to something earlier, I remember I didn't hate the first live action Resident Evil movie.
Yeah, there's.
I didn't think it was great. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it's a wonderful movie. I just remember thinking that it wasn't awful.
Yeah, I was gonna say Decker. I was gonna say Creepy. The first one, there was an actual reviewer who talked about the first Resident Evil movie, going, they could have done worse. They could have tried to do an amalgamation of all the movies like they did with the sequels, and that could have been the first movie. But the first movie is actually not the best.
Oh,
It's still got plenty of problems.
It's somewhere in the C range. Not bad, but watchable. Yeah.
Although, Decker, I just figured out something for your patrons. You can do for your Patreon. Reading of the script that was written by George A. Romero
Oh,
for the Resident Evil movie.
that'd be a sad, sad time of depression.
You want to know what's messed up though? They rejected that script because it was too violent. It would give them an NC-17 rating.
It's Resident Evil.
Well, I made
With a game where the opening introduction to the zombies was edited in the initial, it was censored in the initial release. It wasn't until the director's cut they were like, okay, you can see the head drop on the floor.
You know, the real thing is they could have just done an R-rated cut, and then they could have done what all movies did in the early 2000s for horror movies, was like, here's the theatrical version, here's the unrated director's cut. Pay another $20 to see the difference, even though all it is some bad CGI blood. But they could actually legitimately have an X-rated, the NC-17 cut, and would actually have some shit of quality. Also, Don Octenberg donated $5, going, last super chat for me tonight, the real test, Dunkin' Donuts, Krispy Kremes, or Tim Hortons.
You see, the problem here is I have never had Tim Hortons.
Well, that's also a problem, but if you're going to make me choose between Dunkin' and Krispy Kreme, Dunkin'!
I'm going to go with Krispy Kreme because, as Power Rangers taught us, Krispy Kreme is the secret to the universe.
Am I
See,
the only
fresh
one
Krispy Kreme is fantastic, but very... am I the only one who also looks at my donut like, I want this to fill me to some extent? I can eat an entire 12-pack of Krispy Kreme donuts and still feel like I can have another 2 or 3 dozens. Whereas with the Dunkin' Donuts, if you get the plain cake donuts...
Ooh, those are good.
Yeah. You just get a few of those. That is so nice. And they are also so satisfying.
The Boston Cream ones were satisfying until they reneged on the filling, and it pissed me off to high heaven.
Something about food pissed Cat off.
Shut up!
But also, there's Shipley's Donuts down here. And that's got the Southern Pride attached to it.
Please tell me that there is not a donut chain that has a Dixie flag associated with it.
Not that I know of.
Do you want me to tell you about Voodoo Donuts or the donut shop that was on that island, on that hippie commune I was in for a week, and how it would be open whenever, and their donuts were meh. There was the lady who was the lady who was walking us around the island goes, oh yeah, there's a donut shop up here. I don't know if it's open enough. They just open whenever they feel like opening. I'm like, that is the worst business plan ever.
That's like my upload schedule.
Kat, earlier, did you say that the donuts were meh or that they were meth?
Yes, they were meth donuts on a hippie. They were meh.
Okay, good. Because I
Did
thought
the gators eat the donuts?
The donuts Decker is going to have us. That is going to be how the meth gator happens. There was meth in the donuts, and then the gator ate all of the donuts and became meth gator.
No, we agreed it was because they just. Never mind. No, but yeah,
it was because a bunch of meth heads flushed their meth down the toilet and ended up in a swamp. Yeah,
because they were about to get raided by the police.
Yeah.
It's like that scene in Goodfellas with the cocaine, but meth-based.
And with a gator.
Oh, boy.
Wes Anderson month. Wait, didn't Wes Anderson do the Resident Evil movies? I might think of it.
Paul Anderson.
Oh, sorry.
Maybe that is his name. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Lone Dragon, that is actually a thing. Donuts fried in bacon grease. Have you ever had a bacon maple donut? Or bacon chocolate donut. Oh, I want some chocolate covered bacon now. I haven't had it in so long.
Well, we should probably talk about a little bit of news. I feel like kicking something while it's down. You heard of Google Stadia?
Can we not talk about Google Stadia for the love of all that is unholy? Yes, I've heard of Google Stadia.
Yeah. Well, they had past tense some first-party game dev studios attached to it. They're like, you know what, Stadia has all this potential, cloud streaming only kind of gaming. There's so much you can do with that, and we're gonna do it here. You're gonna see it here first with 1,000-player battle royale. We're gonna have all kinds of stuff. We can combine Stadia things and stream different parts of the GPU. It's gonna be amazing. Graphics like you ain't never seen. Every single first-party studio associated with Stadia shut down. Google decided, actually, never mind on us developing our own games. The service is still up, and they're still telling third-party developers, put your stuff on Stadia. It'll be great.
I have news about video game news that I would like to talk about when Decker's done talking about the Stadia.
Well, that's pretty much it. They're just saying, trust us, we're not going anywhere. You can still buy games on Stadia and be certain that as long as Stadia is up and operational, you can keep your games and play them too. And yeah.
That's great.
Though, do they still have that thing going on right now where if you actually have like a YouTube premium account, you can actually just get them to send you a Chromecast and a Stadia controller for free?
Do I look like I have the freaking premium thing with Google?
No. But yeah, that's one of the things they were doing a bit ago. Where they're just like, yeah, please, for the love of God, buy some Stadia games. Royal Flush, I don't get political. I do my best to just say, hey, we're here to talk about entertainment.
Yes. Anyway, shall I talk about the video game news that I just remembered?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay, so everyone knows of the series Kingdom Hearts. Luxord. Anyway, so congratulations! It's coming to PC! Yay! It's gonna only be on the Epic Store. And all the games are gonna be costing $60 each. Ugh.
What is this? 2001?
Hey, I like Kingdom Hearts. I still do. Luxord is a cutie and everyone will love him.
Is it on Game Pass?
No, Decker, it's exclusive for the Epic Game Store only.
Can it be on Game Pass?
I can't control Square Enix, okay? I do not have control of it.
It be on Game Pass.
Decker, if I had control... No, it's not... No. I'm booping you.
You're booping the side over down the other way.
Anyway.
But
yeah, it's just I was like excited about it because yay, finally I could play it on the PC. I could stream it. Everyone can watch me fail epically during Traverse Town because I always got lost in it when I played it at my friend's house. And then see me swoon over characters in Final Fantasy games that I have never played. Anyway, but the problem is I just don't know why they're charging $60. I mean, like, they're charging the first one $50 and the other ones after that are like $60 each. And I'm like, the third game I completely understand because it's still relatively new. But why they're charging the second game $60?
Kingdom Hearts 3 is on Game Pass. I think 2.5 is also on Game Pass.
Yeah, but the first one I don't think is yet. Oh, it's free on Game Pass. The first two. Oh, the dark temptation rises and it looks like Decker's face.
I want to get my Xbox Series controller. It's got that wonderful D-pad on it. I still don't have a PlayStation 5, but I do have a PS5 controller, and I gotta say the D-pad on it feels kind of last gen.
Okay. Anyway, damn the... Yeah, and I like that Sebastian Iman. That actually slowly got me into Final Fantasy until a friend of mine was like, why don't you play it? No.
Of course, I'm probably the only one here who, when I'm playing a game where the option is, do you want to control yourself with the analog stick or the D-pad, and it's a 2D platformer, I go with the D-pad every time.
Same here, and everyone looks at me weird. Like, I've been playing on my Switch the Mario NES, the SNES.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was doing Super Mario, and everyone's like, "Why aren't you using the nubbin?" I'm like, "Because this game was built for D-pad, and I like the D-pad."
Oh god, I remember watching a video of Beat 'em Ups Wood playing a little bit of Super Mario Maker 2. And he's having a difficult time, like, doing the platforming and stuff. And I'm seeing how Mario's moving. I'm like, that's his problem. He's using the fucking analog stick, loser.
Don't use the analog stick, Mario. It's a 2D.
There's just a part of me that feels like Mario should be 2D. I mean, I know that's like holdover from the fact that I was born in 1980 and I grew up with 2D Mario games.
I was going to make a
there
picture.
have been good 3D Mario games, don't get me wrong. There have been good ones, don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking that, But there is a part of me that just, wants like the absurdity of running from left to right, and just stomping on things.
Oh yeah, I was trying to play a fighting game, and they're like, I was using the D-pad, and they're like, "Why are you using D-pad? Just use the control stick." I'm like, "Because it's telling me to go left, left."
Yeah.
Left on D-pad makes more sense than going tunk tunk.
Yeah, when it comes to having to do quick presses and stuff like that, it is so much easier, so much faster on a D-pad, so much more precise than trying to swing an analog stick a couple of times.
And then people look at you weird and just say, adapt to the new times.
Or when doing the on-screen keyboard, I always use the D-pad to navigate that.
Oh, you do too?
Yeah, it's so much easier. Like click, 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 boom.
It also just gives me like that weird nostalgia because if you remember trying to text on a freaking
Oh god, yeah.
The cat is like lying in wait to attack my hand.
Oh, that cat.
Why would I be? Shh, don't tell them about the portal, creepy. Shh.
I should get my dog if she's
No.
gonna. Well, I had to put her in the kennel for a bit because she was being loud.
Kitty.
So I feel like if she's not gonna be loud, then I could maybe.
So someone just said you guys should read fan fiction on here. I go. Didn't me and Creepy make a joke once? We should read My Immortal, not on live stream, but like for Decker's Patreon, because Decker does reading of creepypastas and stuff, and and it's like all three of us, and then I point out going, wait, that means I have to be her the whole time because I'm the only girl in the group.
Oh, Terry, I had a Atari 2600.
I thought about it and I was like, the
welcome,
My Immortal
New Duck
thing
Prime.
has kind of run its course, and I feel like people are at this point are just giving this person who wrote a very unfortunate fanfic,
Hard
more
time.
grief. Yeah, way more grief than they deserve. I mean, like there are things that I conceived and wrote when I was 14 that were not good. So
I was about to say, I always joke with people going, okay, find some fan fiction you wrote when you were 14 years old. Don't care the fandom, then publicly post it. Don't want to? Oh. Because trust me, I have like 5 notebooks of Harry Potter fan fiction that will never see the light of day.
Yeah, So I mean, like, yeah, it was a pretty bad fanfic, but she was 14 years old, and
so was the guy who wrote the Eye of Argon. He was like 14 years old, and he put it in a sci-fi magazine, and basically it got published without his permission, and he never got any money for it. And he got interviewed, and he laughed about it. And then when he got old, he became bitter because he was like sick and tired of being called the Eye of Argon guy because he actually did try to write some stuff, and then he just flat out gave up because no one was going to read his stuff.
I know, I felt really bad for that guy too.
And I have read the Eye of Argon and made fun of it.
That does remind me a bit. I was doing some research for They Live, and it says in the beginning of the movie that it's based on the story 8 o'clock in the morning.
Have you read 8 o'clock in the morning?
I tracked it down and read it. It's not very long at all, but also, funny thing with 8 o'clock in the morning, it reads like a creepypasta.
Wow, we might have found some of the earliest of creepypastas before creepypastas were a thing.
It has a creepypasta ending. It really comes off like it was written by a 14-year-old. But also there's.
There's also Candle Cove, which everyone swears is like the exception to the rule of every bad creepypasta ever. And I have read Kendall Cove, and I have to admit, it is kind of creepy. It's short, but it is kind of creepy, and it is very well written.
When I mention I'm from Florida and the people go, oh, do you know about Disney? I'm like, yeah, I like Disney. Do you read these Disney creepypastas? One day I read them. I'm like, this is wrong. This is wrong. That's inaccurate. That's not what you call that thing. This is wrong. This is wrong. Because, it's like, that's not what those are called. People aren't even allowed to go in there. How did you And so it's like, I can't read these because I know the actual facts. Like, there's the one about the quote-unquote Jungle Book Island. I'm like, you're talking about Discovery Island, and it wasn't even based off the jungle. I'm going to point out all the inaccuracies in these. This was before I met Decker. I turned into Decker when reading it.
You turned... Reading creepypasta will turn you into Decker's shadow.
50 Shades of
Can
Grey.
confirm.
Yeah. Greg C. Yes, 50 Shades of Grey was a fanfic for Twilight.
Yeah.
And actually, there are people who found the actual copies of Twilight before it was of the Twilight fanfiction in question, and the spelling errors and all.
Yeah, there was also Lindsay Ellis did. She started off just making one video about this, but then she ended up making 2 of them, and I highly recommend that you watch both because they are both informative and very funny. Am I frozen? Did I just lose my connection?
No.
Okay. You were all sitting very, very still. It was kind of creepy.
I'm very good at that, being forced to as a small child with ADHD.
I'm so sorry. But getting back to what I was saying real quick. Apparently, there was this woman who now goes by the pen name Addison Kane, who wrote a Dark Knight Rises fanfic that was about basically Bane topping Batman and Batman getting pregnant as a result.
Is this the ABO freaking lawsuit?
Yeah, the Omegaverse lawsuit.
Oh, Lord. I haven't watched those yet because I'm like, I need to watch these in a nice, well-lit room with a nice glass of not wine.
Yeah. No, I highly recommend it because, she goes into the whole thing, how this was a fanfic, and then she repurposed it into an actual story called Born to be Bound, and finally found a publisher for it with a publishing company named Blushing Books. And then this other woman started doing more or less the same thing, but it wasn't plagiarism. It was just she was writing her own thing. But this woman, Addison Kane, went like full-on Regina George Karen beast and it started ordering her publishing company to issue DMCA claims on Amazon against this other woman's book. And there was this massive shitstorm, several lawsuits, and a whole train wreck of a mess. And then after Lindsay Ellis made this video, this woman, the Addison Kane, contacts her lawyer and orders her lawyer to order Lindsay Ellis to take the video down, claiming that she used the word
inflammatory.
Yeah, no, she used the word inflammatory. She also used, I can't remember, I think she used the libelous. And there was actually that clip from Spider-Man where J. Jonah Jameson says, slander is spoken in print is libel. So, yeah. But yeah, and there was just this whole, this whole thing that happened. And I just watching these 2 videos back to back, I just could not help but laugh.
Did you ever watch Dominic Noble's review of Shifter romance novels? And he's also did the one about the Omegaverse-based romance novels. And actually, he goes, Lindsay Ellis did a more in-depth thing, but I'm just going to give you the short version.
Yeah. He also did one about Viking romance.
Oh, that's
I want to say the funny thing about it is that he was going through the list of different books that he had read in this genre. I want to say that I have read one of the books that he read because he mentions the story about a Viking and time travel and some other stuff, and I was like, hang on a minute. Because I remember, and it could be that there is more than one book about Vikings and time travel. That's not as weird a thing as you might think. But I want to say
time travel's not all that weird.
No, the weird thing is that's actually a very common thing to do in romance novels that are historical. Modern woman who is dissatisfied with her modern life. Oh yes, because the polio vaccine isn't that great, I guess. Like it's time travel back in time.
I don't really need to vote. That's not that.
No,
important.
I mean, Viking women were actually, well, not treated as equals, but they were in charge of the homes when the men went a Viking. Viking is an adjective, is a verb, not an adjective.
Yeah, it's not an occupation. Well, it's
It's
yeah.
an occupation, but it is not a race.
Right. It's not a thing. It's not a thing that you are. It's a thing that you do.
Like hiking.
Yes, exactly that. Yeah, but yeah, like yeah, that's an interesting thing to throw in. Anti-rape laws are not really that big of a deal, right?
Non-Travis donated $2.75 Canadian, going, "Hey Decker, will you review the Sonic movie?" Nobody will review the Sonic Philly cheesesteaks.
I'm gonna have to do all the Sonics now. But then speaking of Sonic, the poll has its results.
Yay!
Yeah, I was about to say.
Total damn blowout. But with 71 votes, the lowest one, coming in at 4th place with only 8.5%. What Sonic Drive-In needs to add to their menu and throw tater tots on top of? The least amount of people wanted that with lava cake.
Listen, we had to put a dessert option
The
in.
sweet and salty combination.
Decker must really love dark chocolate with sea salt on top. Or he would really love chocolate-covered bacon. Decker, have you ever had chocolate-covered bacon?
No.
You'll love it. Extra
I
crispy
assume
bacon.
crispy bacon, yeah.
Oh, yes. Extra crispy bacon dipped in chocolate. And sometimes topped with little bits of bacon on top, for an extra bacony level.
I like my bacon raw.
You like your bacon what?
Raw.
Decker, that's how you get trichinosis.
Oh, okay. Well, coming in at 3rd place with 12.7% of the vote is sushi with tater tots.
Again, the pulled pork tater tots, which are called jackass sushi, is a thing, so it's not that weird.
And 14.1% of the vote went for haggis with tater tots, meaning at a whopping 64.8% of the vote, the winner by a mile is pizza with tater tots.
I feel like that's an actual thing, though. Like some pizzeria. Oh, Decker, I gotta show it. Decker and Creepy. Remind me to send you a link to this place that is basically a holy pizza place.
But
All the
Henry Jans commented saying, "Now I just want to make sauerbraten again, but this time with tater tots on top."
I want schnitzel with noodles.
Oh.
Dude, schnitzel with noodles really good because I've been always wanting to know what that is like according to freaking few of my favorite things. Sound of Music making me wonder. Is
Bacon
schnitzel
with
noodles-
milkshake is great. I've heard that the bacon shakes are good, but I haven't tried any. I think, didn't Lindsay Ellis actually review one a bit? Like, at least try one and mention that, yeah, it's greasy.
Yeah. Sorry. If you're going to talk about haggis, not only does it have heart and lungs, it also has liver and other parts of the sheep that sometimes include the mew. And you put it inside of a stomach and put it with the onion and oats, and you cook it for up to 3 hours or 3 days. About a minute more, you get the back of my hand.
What happened to the 2 girls, 1 cup models? I remember that episode of Unis Honest.
I was about to say, that's another episode of Unis Honest.
Yeah.
It sounds like an Unis
I
Honest.
feel like it was just Ethan's excuse to get Markiplier to watch that.
Oh, I've sent you both a link. You need to click on it now.
I mean,
Is it a Zelda?
Markiplier's friend.
Look down.
Oh, loaded tater tot pizza is a thing with
Oh.
bacon and
Loaded
plenty
tater?
of cheese.
Loaded tater tot pizza is a thing.
With bacon and cheese, Decker. Cheese.
Well,
And
yeah, it's
bacon.
pizza.
Well, ouch. You're mean. I was trying to be cute and funny and adorable, and I'm just gonna shut up.
Root beer pancakes? Is that like you make some pancakes and then you just pop a can of root beer and just pour it on top?
Oh God, Decker, that reminds me. I need to send you links to this TikTok guy who basically finds old recipe books in antique shops.
Oh
and
no!
recreates-
Oh no! Oh no! I've read those recipes.
Have you seen the pork cake? Or what about prune pie or war pie or emergency war cake? No butter, no sugar, no happiness. It's air.
I have a at the old place. I got a Betty Crocker cookbook from the 70s.
Oh, my grandma has that one. Do you have the candle? Do you have the candle salad in there?
Candle salad. I can't. I remember flipping through it. I remember there was a ridiculous amount of things that you were supposed to be able to do with fruit. Salad, for one thing.
Oh, did you ever find it? There was one that the guy did, which is a tuna salad Jello.
Oh God, I think that's in there. I think that's in there.
My grandma, it reminded me so much of my grandma's recipe from her great grandma. And me and my mom have both agreed this recipe dies with her, which is coleslaw Jello, which is basically coleslaw mix put inside lime Jello. She made it for every single church potluck ever. Decker, you okay?
I gotta get that damn that damn cookbook. I gotta bring that out on the Live and Wired and just flip through that shit.
And here, kids, it's the candle salad. YouTube, I swear, it's not a penis.
I'm gonna look up candle salad now.
You want me to just give you the recipe?
I'm gonna look up candle salad.
Okay, look up candle salad.
What the fuck is this?
Look it up in
Candle
images.
salad is a vintage fruit salad that was popular in America from the 1920s through the 1960s. The salad is typically composed of lettuce, pineapple, banana, cherry, and either mayonnaise or, according to some recipes, cottage cheese.
Decker, why are you looking at tater tots on Live and Wired right now? Oh, because it... Never mind.
What the fuck is...
Show pictures!
This looks obscene!
New Dog Prime donated $2 going, I love black pudding. Yes, it's cooked blood. It's so good when you're low on iron.
What the I'm pretty sure this is just someone trolling the
No,
Wikipedia page.
No, this is a legit recipe. My grandma used to make this one
This
every once in a while.
is not as what they described at all.
It's, okay, audience, I want you all to imagine a banana.
It is a banana. Yes, we can see.
Oh, you're showing it to the audience? Yes.
Connor White says, that's a male reproductive organ there is.
That is a thing. Yeah. I love how they use 2 lettuce leaves to make it look like balls. I mean, the candle wax collector. This is a legit thing. Hey Decker, do you want me to still share you those videos I mentioned? He did
I'm
a
gonna have to
waterfly.
spend like 6 hours on hentai to recover from this.
What kind are you looking for? What are you buying? What do you want me to
Tentacles.
tell you?
Always tentacles.
I can provide that. There's a guy under that tray with no pants.
Oh.
The pants thing reminds me that Decker hasn't talked about my legs today.
Why do I imagine this being a video series from here on out? Welcome to Candle Salad Delivery Service.
No,
Here's your candle salad, man.
Oh God, I wonder if you know those. I have a 12-inch sausage pizza for you. 12-inch pepperoni. Do you think they have on this candle salad thing? If not, we need to make it a thing. Our actors available are not that great. Oh crap.
It's all femboys now? God damn.
No, it's not. Decker, follow my street. No, Decker. Femboys and futa are 2 totally different things.
Oh yeah, that's right.
A femboy is a futa is okay, good. No, it's not about cat girls anymore. It's all about cow men. Big men. No. Ever since the year of the cow was announced, so many drawings of big muscular men in big muscular bodies in cow bikinis.
See, I was just enjoying the Black Myth Wukong trailer where they're celebrating Year of the Ox and the big friggin' ox just bashes through the wall like, I'm gonna fucking beat your ass now because big fucking ox man, you! And it's like, by the way, this is just a celebration for the year. This has nothing to do with the plot of the game. I'm like, oh, okay.
But what were we talking about? I wasn't. No.
I got stalled on cow bikini.
You got stalled on that. Well, usually artists, when it's the new year, they draw their favorite anime girl, waifu, whatever, and they draw them in some sexy lingerie version of whatever the year is going to be. a bunch of artists who draw men mostly thought, let's have fun with it this year and draw all the big Bara men with the big Bara pecky titties and draw them in cow bikinis this year instead of, the big titted waifus.
Oh,
So basically, they're just having some fun with because it's like, we feel left out. Wait, Year of the Oxen.
So basically, this is just this is like that project with damn it, what was his name?
It's not the Hawkeye Initiative. It's unlike the Hawkeye Initiative.
Wilder for Life says, "Oh, just watch what I do for the Year of the Cock."
No, it's not like the Hawkeye Initiative. This is just a bunch of artists who are good at drawing big, beefy Bara men having fun.
Okay.
It's no feminist propaganda. It's just we want to have fun, and we want
I
to.
wasn't complaining about that. I was just wondering if it was similar. I'm sorry.
I'm just still like, I was born in the year of the fucking pig.
I was born in the year of the horse. Make
I
jokes
was born
later.
in the year of the monkey.
My mom was born in the year of the monkey.
Tara's a cat. Like, that's just what it is.
Oh, now I just want to watch Fruit Baskets. Does anyone watch Fruit Baskets? Am I the only one who ever
Tara's
watched
just
Fruit
here,
Baskets?
like, on my lap. Like,
I have not watched the original one, but I have watched the new one that came out a couple of years ago.
Yeah, the new one, it's still coming out. So the new one, I learned that the voice actor for All Might is in it and says some very funny lines, although it's not an All Might voice. It's just some very funny lines. And I recently got into a new anime which has the voice actor of Eraserhead in it, and he says darling and sweetheart and lover, and I'm just like, and he does it in that deep gravelly voice, and I'm like, I am watching this for the plot.
think we'll see Supersonic. Ooh.
Wait, Supersonic is basically Super Saiyan Sonic, right? It's Saiyan.
Yes, but in the timeline of the games, in the first Sonic game, there were only 6 Chaos Emeralds, and there was no Supersonic form, but you had to get all 6 Chaos Emeralds to get the good ending, which was the exact same ending, except instead of Sonic looking pissed at you, he had Chaos Emeralds, and, like,
Juggled.
everything became shiny. And then he's like, yeah.
So, Decker, I'm going to be dumb and ask a question. When Sonic saved... Sonic save animals in the normal Sonic?
Yeah.
Well, I remember there was like a version of Sonic that he didn't say animals. Animals didn't come out of the thing like cute flowers did.
That was Sonic CD.
Okay, never mind. Okay. That answered a few questions because my brain was confused.
But, yeah, in Sonic 2, that's when they added the 7th Chaos Emerald, and if you got all of 7, Sonic could transform into Super Sonic.
And turn blonde and scream for 15 minutes to do a freaking death beam.
Yeah, you jump in the air, press jump again, then he goes like, yeah, and just fucking, his quills are all blonde, and they're going up now, and he looks similar to certain other characters from Japan.
Yeah, again, takes 5 whole minutes to charge up his attack. It takes 15 minutes of yelling to charge up his attack.
Which is a problem, because every second Supersonic's around, he loses 1 ring, so you gotta keep going to keep collect more rings. But yeah. So Supersonic could be interesting, but they didn't add Super Tails until Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Like regular Sonic 3, you still couldn't be Super Tails.
What's the difference? Does Sonic Tails look like Vegeta?
Super Tails is shiny, and he has 4 flickies flying around him that fly over to enemies and whack them.
Also, Tails' tail doesn't make any sense. How is it rotating?
That's something that has bothered me forever, because it's like, okay, I see he has 2, but wouldn't that make it harder to do that? Like, if he only had 1, I could see that, but he's got 2, so this, like, what's going on?
Listen, I was looking at Thick Tech Daddy's server might still have that. I complained about Sonic's look, going, how the hell is he aerodynamic? Those ears ruin it. And then I was like, how the hell does his eyes, are they goggles? Are they eye? I don't understand. Why are they connected? I don't understand anymore. What is Sonic? What is things? And then my friends are like, you're complaining about freaking video game character design from the 80s.
Though
90s,
you would think that Super Tails would have, like, grown several more tails.
Because he's basically a reference to the Kitsune, right?
Yes.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That was what I thought, too.
But instead he just gets 4 birds that follow him around and fight his enemies for him.
A helicopter has one little thing, and the blades pivot around and 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 around. That's how a helicopter does. Greg C was asking, how does a helicopter do it? And I go, dun, 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 dun. It's like, crap, I'm in the middle of a knitting thing. I can't use my knitting needle for this. Come on, tablet pen. And it goes like that, and it just spins around like that. That's how a helicopter works. That doesn't really work with Tails because Tails have some weird ass. I don't want to think about this.
Thinking way too deep into the logic of these characters, but it's not just they had a fox that had two tails and said, "Okay, he flies," because foxes have two tails and that's how it is. They specifically added two tails to this fox, and they're like, "Well, that means he can fly." It's like, actually, wouldn't that make it harder?
Yeah, and also I guess they were doing two tails because it's Sonic 2 and they wanted to be funny.
It's just every time there's a new Sonic, there's always a new kick. He gets a new friend. Even if they're an enemy at first, they're gonna be a friend.
Yeah, if you ever watch, what is the one where you can basically make your own character and it's Sonic OC, the video?
Sonic Rush. Not Rush. No, the Sonic...
Heroes.
No, goddamn, what's it called? It's not Boom? Is it Rush? No, Rush isn't it?
Heroes.
No, Heroes is the one where you got the pre-made teams.
Oh no, sorry, it's not Heroes. Sonic, fuck, oh god, original character.
Sonic Forces.
Yes?
Forces?
Forces?
Is it Forces?
I don't want to look this up. Melissa, my search history, because I've been working with Creepy, is very weird as hell. I don't want it to be getting confused. Sonic Forces.
Okay. Forces. What does Sonic Force?
Sonic Force
I
is
love that this was my fault. I love that Kat not wanting to do the search is somehow automatically my fault.
Listen, it already gives me porn options because of all the research I've been doing for the comic. So anytime I look up anything, it's always porn related now.
Sonic Foreskin, yes. How many Sonic games are there? Well, there's Sonic 1, 2, 3, Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Sonic CD, Sonic Jam, Sonic Spinball, Sonic 3D Blast, Sonic Adventure,
CDI.
Adventure 2.
CDI.
CDI? No, that was Nintendo stuff.
Okay, never mind. Sonic CD.
I already said that one.
Sonic and the Black Knight.
Sonic and the Black Knight, Sonic and the Secret Rings.
Sonic and the Sonic Colors.
Sonic Colors, Sonic Heroes, Sonic Generations, Sonic Forces. Sonic Boom.
Sonic. There's a lot of Sonic games. Decker.
Sonic Rush is Game Boy Advance, if I remember right. Sonic Advance. Sonic Advance 2. Sonic Pocket Adventure. That was on the Neo Geo Pocket Color.
Which one was the Wii version? Sonic Color was the Wii version.
Well, Sonic Color was on Wii, and Sonic...
and the Black Knight.
Sonic and the Secret Rings and Sonic and the Black Knight.
Because they wanted to do a thing with Sonic and the Black Knight, which was a series of Sonic games based around fairy tales. It would have been super cheap and, buy off the store, but Sonic and the Black Knight was the only one made, and it failed epically.
No, Sonic and the Secret Rings was the first one, and Sonic and the Black Knight was the second.
And that failed epically.
Yes.
Because why did they give Sonic a fucking sword?
They gave Shadow the Hedgehog a gun and a motorcycle.
Well, the motorcycle makes sense because he can't go as fast as Sonic. Also, Wonder Life is going, when are we going to come back to the best game in history? Astro Tits.
Astro Tits!
Would you believe I sent him the DOS emulator site to see if Astro Tits was on there? It wasn't.
No Astro Tits for me.
Maybe it's somewhere out there on the internet. This is going to be like that one. Remember when you guys did the adventure to go see the new to find that one missing Gamera movie?
Yeah, that didn't go well.
Yeah, this is the next trip. Our hunt for Astro Tits.
Our adventure was sidetracked by the need to.
If I have to do this,
what?
I'm telling you right now, Kat. I'm dragging you along if I have to do that.
I'm okay with this road trip. Get the RV.
We're painting it the same colors as the Mystery Machine.
But I wanted to do black and purple with flames and a wizard. Fine, no black and purple wizard. Also, why do I gotta get dragged in this?
Methgator versus Astro Tits. Now, I do not have the copyright for Astro Tits. I don't have the publishing rights.
Well, once if it's open domain. One's because it got dropped and abandoned. It counts as open IP now because it'd be abandonware.
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck! I just gave Decker ideas.
Meth Gator versus Astro Tits.
It's not happening until you make the Astro Tits movie.
I could make an Astro Tits movie.
I feel like
It'll be
we're
rated.
dangerously close to becoming the next generation of Traumaville. Like we're gonna be
Trauma.
We're gonna be the new Traumaville company.
Oh, I think Uncle Lloyd would be so proud of us. Rated double D.
Oh boy.
No, see, I was gonna do the whole Astro Tits joke and make Decker say you can make Astro Tits in VR. Pelvic thrust to shoot.
See, the problem is it's just tracking your head and your hands.
Okay, fine. When VR gets good enough to be tracking your hips.
Virtual hips.
Welcome
That's
to
the new game. That's the new game for this generation. Virtual hips.
Welcome to Shakira's Hips Don't Lie simulator. Oh, I'm on tonight. You know my hips don't lie, and I'm trying to.
Now I want to see Decker play that while he's lip syncing that song.
Oh God, we gotta get this. Doesn't it one of the Just Dance games have Shakira's Hips Don't Lie? Decker, do you have a Wii? What?
Just Dance is on literally everything.
But the one that would have Shakira
They're still making it for PlayStation 2.
Decker, the one that would have Shakira's song on it would most likely be a Wii if my timing's right when Shakira came out, when that song came out. Quick math.
Excuse me. I only had one cup of coffee today.
We had news, I thought, at some point.
Now we're
Kind
going to talk about
The show about news at one point.
And then so we started talking about freaking ABO-verse, and then we talked about Candle Salad, and War Cake, Shakira, and Sonic and Shakira, the newest ship ever.
See, and I see this news saying HBO Max is talking about new adult shows.
Oh, HBO is actually getting there's going to be 2 new seasons of Clone High.
Yeah, that's not what I think of when they say adult shows, and they're like a new animated Scooby-Doo. Like,
Talking about the origins of Velma. What origins? How she got her orange freaking sweater?
I'd like to know that.
I went to
actually.
TJ Maxx.
In the 70s, she bought it at a thrift shop. It was cheaper than...
Well, thanks for ruining it for me. Spoiler.
I'm surprised they don't cover it in the Scooby movie, because isn't that like the origin of the Scooby-Doo gang in that movie, the Scoob movie?
Scoob? Not really. It just showed them when they were kids at one point, but it showed how Shaggy and Scooby met, and it showed them when they were kids, but maybe, I guess.
Origins, okay, the origins of how she got her glasses.
Motorcycle US, it's not coked out Crocs, it's cocainadiles.
Yeah.
Yes, let's not...
Although I do like Coked Out Crocs as an alternative title.
Coked Out Crocs is
when we try to dominate the European market, instead of Cocainadile, it will be Coked Out Crocs.
or Coked Out Crocs is like the asylum version of Cocainadile.
And it will actually, and this will be the time where the special effects budget for Asylum is better than the original.
We have a budget. Sock puppet.
We have a budget of $30.
We're getting more.
We can buy Chinese for 2 people in Mississippi.
Dude, you can't buy Chinese for 2 people. You're gonna have to buy Chinese for me. Okay, let's not talk about how much Chinese food I eat.
Please, you're in the presence of Decker. Do you want to know how much Chinese you can eat?
Chinese for one person for me is $40.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Where are you keeping it?
I've wondered that since I met him.
So you're like my friend who I'm secretly wishing when 40 hits, you just blow up like my cat when she got neutered. Boom.
Tara got neutered. She's still a tiny little kitty. Aren't you, Tara?
Yeah, my cat Luna, when my cat Luna got snipped, she somehow turned into a beach ball.
I have heard that can be because of, it can be because of hormone imbalance, but it could also be because when after they get neutered, they are no longer as active, so they're not as hyper or they're not getting as much exercise. So
He was lazy as fuck.
they gain weight as a result.
Tara, that's my nose.
No, it's mine now.
Tara, that's my nose.
Tara has been claiming his nose for years.
Lou is sooner or later going to learn this trick and just one day go up to Decker, just put her paw on his nose. Because he keeps seeing Tara do it. What was we going to say? Oh, there's rumors of a live-action reboot of, no, not reboot, but like a live-action adult version of the Powerpuff Girls and them regretting being superheroes as a kid. Should I break out my Twitter rant?
Yes, please do.
Oh, really?
What is it with people trying to adult, air quotes, the Powerpuff Girls?
Well, here's the thing I think. I get they want to do a thing about kid heroes lamenting being forced to be heroes, blah, blah, blah. That I legitimately think would be an interesting thing to look upon. There are many movies who have done that. Here's the thing. The Powerpuff Girls have, like, the best family fucking life ever.
I'm
creator loved them.
Mansion.
Their creator loved them and treated them like kids. He let them go to, they go to public school, not some snooty private school or homeschool. They go to a public school, interact with other children. The teachers show concern about their lack of sleep and tell the father, and the father actually makes sure they get some decent sleep. Professor Utonium has gone with them to missions because he was worried about their safety, made them a fucking robot because of their safety, and basically...
Oh, right! People of Townsville! Are you?
And all the adults in their life treated them like kids. Freaking the mayor gave them candy, which we learned very hard at the hard way that they're very addicted to it. But just like, I don't see a live-action adult version of the Powerpuff Girls being so depressive. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing them as adults, but I see like Blossom being a criminal investigator, Bubble like having like a criminal investigation team, still superheroes, but they also do, you know,
basically Charlie's Angels, but with superpowers.
Yes, I can see that, but I have a deep dark feeling. What they're going to do with them is basically queer bait Buttercup to being the butch lesbian type, but she's not a lesbian. She's with one of the Rowdy Ruff boys. Bisexuality exists, my friends. Or like they're going to do this weird thing where Bubbles is a grown-up and they do sexy grown-up, but it's sexy baby grown-up. You know that weird creepy thing they sometimes do with girls, with grown women in pigtails, and it's really, really wrong. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Baby Spice's entire image was based around this room.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what they just want, an excuse to do shit like that, and I'm like, no.
This is some 12-year-old's terrible fan fiction being pitched as a legitimate movie, and I'm sorry, but it is.
Yeah, but it's just like I don't see why they're doing this. I legitimately like either A, find a new IP, or actually watch a freaking episode of Powerpuff Girls, because the girls loved doing it. It wasn't like they were forced. There wasn't like, you have to do this or these people die. Oh, it's like, and it's not like they actually worked like the serious crimes, you know, like the drug busting and all that shit. You know, the serious crimes in Townville.
Although if they did, it would have probably been over in like 5 seconds because, you know, the girls are indestructible.
So, but you get the point. It's just like they weren't doing anything that would be mental. I mean, does beating up monsters have some form of mental trauma?
Not the way they did it, because they seemed like they were having a blast.
I mean, I play video games because I enjoy that shit.
But
So
yeah, like
people just want to see live action Cerebellum.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Prime.
Do something with them adults. Just have them like form their own super, like I said, Charlie's Angels with superpowers.
They can cross over with Dexter's Lab.
Yeah.
Dexter provides the toys. Dexter. I gotta stop this. New Dog Prime, we don't speak of that TV show around the fan of that series. We do not speak of it. New Dog Prime donated £2 and those sounds as bad as we don't speak of it. I don't like it. I fucking hate it. It's fucking... Q Cat ranting in a car for 30 minutes a la Decker when watching the freaking Predators movies.
Just the last one.
Was I the only one who actually liked the Rowdy Ruff Boys? I mean,
okay, I thought for a second you were going to say you liked the Predator, and I was going to be like, unfriended.
I unique concept. I actually liked the concept of them.
Yeah, the Rowdy Ruff Boys were a cute concept because, you know, there's what are little girls made out of? Sugar and spice and everything nice. What are little boys made out of? Snips and snails and puppy dog tails.
Yeah.
Decker, where are your snips, snails, and puppy dog tails?
I don't know, I was made out of bread and sadness.
Oh.
And apparently, whatever was in that toilet, and I don't think we want to think about it, whatever was in that toilet, and also an occult ritual that was held on the full moon.
Oscar Falls says, just watched your review on Clown 3 years ago. Oh yeah, that one's actually... It continues to get views. It's one of the reasons why I thought it was a good idea to do March of the Clowns every year.
Motorcycle US donated $2 going Killer Tomatoes versus Meth Gators. Why not real? Because the Killer Tomatoes are owned by another company, and I highly doubt they're going to work with us. Some 3 people and their dog.
Maybe if we could get Meth Gator off the ground, pitch the idea to them afterwards. Hey, we made this movie. Maybe we could make a sequel with Killer Tomatoes.
Wouldn't the Meth Gator win?
Let me see.
Probably.
Oh, also, it's not quite there. Clown, the review, does not quite have 1 million views yet. It has 984,601. So that's 15,599 views to go.
Do not ask Julia Goodwin how many clown movies there are. I don't want Decker to cry.
I have a ton of clown movies. I'm going to do March of the Clowns this year. I accidentally got 6 clown movies, even though the month only has 5 Wednesdays in it. And I also haven't been able to do more than 1 review a month for the last several months. But I'm trying to fix that.
So we're going back to in April of the...
We're going back to April the Fool's, Decker.
I'm going to do March of the Clowns, damn it.
And April of the Fools.
Well, possibly, if I use all 6 movies.
And may the funny be with you.
Killjoy, that's one that's very difficult to get.
What one's Killjoy?
There's Killjoy and Killjoy 2. You can find them on streaming, but if you want to have it actually physically...
Oh, the creepy black and white clown, which is clown, which is nothing but a gore fest, right?
No, that's Terrifier.
Fuck.
And Terrifier 2 I don't think is out yet, but the same... the first All Hallows Eve movie has a very similar clown, and it's directed by the same guy.
Andrew Letzko,
I happen to have that movie.
Andrew Letzko, seems like semi-popular / cult movies are your sweet spot, Decker. Gotta be some series or genre you can dig into next. Decker will now review the chick flick genre and suffer.
Decker Shadow reviews a Lifetime original.
I would die if I had to watch Decker review one of those. Okay, welcome to Valentine's Day, where we watch this Hallmark Christmas movie.
Well, Andrew Lutz, the early ones tend to do really well in views in general. Longer series of the later ones haven't been out as long, and less people will keep clicking on the same kind of stuff. But beyond that, YouTube also kneecapped the shit out of them and kept saying, this isn't advertiser friendly, that's not advertiser friendly, that's not advertiser friendly. And at one point, they actually blocked a video and said that it was against community guidelines until I fought them and said, you are literally showing this entire video on your site for free with ads. This entire movie is available right here on your site.
What movie was it?
That was Saw 6, I think.
Oh, that one.
Anyway.
So yeah, I had to. You gotta head out, Creepy.
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay, be safe. It's now the Cat and Decker show, where we will talk about food for the next 30 minutes.
Yay, food!
Have fun.
Yay, food!
See you guys later. Thanks for having me.
Are we still free to say screw YouTube even on YouTube? That's questionable anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, James Spalding said Highlander franchise. That's a full summer right there.
That is a full summer right there.
Decker's gonna... Oh, wait, do we include the TV series, though?
Well, the TV series is the thing that I know the most, just because when I was living at my grandmother's place, they watched it, and by they watched it, I mean they watched it, and they told me to get the hell out of this. So all I remember is like a bit of the opening song. I am immortal. I have inside me blood of kings, and that's the cue to get the fuck out of the room. Go back into the basement, would you?
What is it with grandmas watching fucking... My grandma also watched the crap out of the Highlander.
Did they at least let you watch it too?
I told you, it was the naked butt.
There was a naked butt?
There was a naked butt. Oh yeah, that show was like on HBO or something originally. So the actor who played the McLeod character in the series, yeah, he showed his ass a lot.
Mm.
Yeah. So anyway, see you all next week after next.
Week after next, unless Decker somehow wants to do another Stephen King drinking game.
I'm up for it. We'll talk about it later. See you all
Okay.
next time, everybody.
All right.
See you, creepy.
Be safe on the roads.
Good idea.
Okay. Now that he's out of the room.
Now that the adult is gone,
Uh,
the 40-year-old is gone, the 30-year-old shall now do mischief.
Speaking of food, I remember this joke around school about around the Highlander series. They said that McLeod had opened up his own little donut shop,
What was it called?
Dunkin' Donuts.
That is funny. Oscar applauds. No, Decker has not done the Terrifier yet.
I have the Terrifier now. I have Terrifier and All Hallows Eve, which, like I said, has a very similar clown made by the same guy. The second All Hallows Eve movie I don't have, but that's because that one has a pumpkin-themed villain.
And that's not a clown. That's
Exactly.
only check.
So I'm looking at this, I'm looking at the two things. I have the... Where are they? Are they right here? Please tell me I
Oh,
brought
God.
them in here.
Decker's bringing his collection out. Okay,
Oh,
that
no,
means
damn, I don't have them in here with me. I have Drive-Thru
Oh no! Don't review that movie. It's garbage.
and Clowntown.
Don't review that movie either. It's garbage.
Most of them are! That doesn't mean I can't enjoy it.
Here, here's a plushie. Listen, he brought out stuff off camera. I'm bringing stuff off camera. This is a plushie. This is Godzilla. Look, he's breathing on Decker. Ha! Ha! Nuke breath. Nuke breath.
But yeah, it's black. Oh god, the boxes everywhere.
Decker.
I still got Tremors Shrika Island. I managed to get Deep Blue Sea 3 on Blu-ray.
There's a Deep Blue Sea 3 on Blu-ray.
Finally. It's on 4K somewhere,
I-
some parts of the world. I couldn't get it.
Oh, there was a kitty head in the corner, and it looked adorable, and I was booping it.
Oh, bye, Tara. There she
Well,
goes.
no, it's not that it's crap. It isn't enjoyable, but it. I've seen bits of Drive-Thru, and I didn't like it, but.
As a high schooler, Mackenzie Carpenter thinks her biggest problem is dying of boredom in the bucolic wasteland of Orange County.
Oh,
Until her classmates start dying of massive blood loss. And Horny the Clown, the mascot for local burger favorite Hella Burger, begins madly stalking her with cryptic messages hidden in 70s kitsch toys. It isn't until Mac discovers her unbelievable connection to Horny and his victims that she realizes if she's going to live to see 18, she must come face to face with the killer clown in the bloodiest week Blanca Carne, California has ever known. White
first
meat.
first attempt donated $5 going just to bring it up before the time when you would need to review it. Have you seen Fat Man yet? I personally thought it was fantastic. What's Fat Man and why am I disturbed?
Is
Why
that
do I
like,
start-
is that like Batman but round?
I don't know. Mothra, Godzilla.
Let's see, Clowntown. A group of friends get stranded in a seemingly abandoned town and find themselves stalked by a violent gang of psychopaths dressed as clowns. Straight and to the point.
I'm not Spanish. Sorry. I'm not Spanish. I'm Egyptian, even though I sound Scottish. And that's so weird. They had a Scotsman dressed up as a Spaniard playing an Egyptian, and the one guy, the guy who is Scottish, is played by a freaking what was it? What was it? Fuck. Belgian. He was Belgian.
Rich kids try to have Santa killed. Nice. Tara, you want to go out?
This is what I do when I'm bored.
Okay, Tara wants to head out. Come on.
Wait, I have to entertain them alone and get Deckers. This is a smart idea. Welcome to Godzilla vs. Mothra, the lost movie that never existed. Look, Mothra, Godzilla, fight, fight, fight. Oh no, bigger enemy, we must attack him. Fight, fight, fight. Every Godzilla Mothra movie ever.
Psycho Gorman? I have not seen Psycho Gorman. I think we discussed it a bit last time on Live and Wired because it was one of the things coming up.
Andrew Lutz wants to say that you should do voice acting.
Well, yeah, I know, but
But Decker would most likely do local stuff, which would include commercials for God knows what kind of ointments.
oh, that would be a lot of fun. I would sell the fuck out of some ointments.
Side effects include lower back pain, eye strain, da-da-da.
No, I would sound enthusiastic about the side effects, especially.
Feline leukemia.
You gotta, it's like Troy McClure said. Yeah, of course you're telling the truth, but you gotta understand, there's the truth. And the truth!
What's RLM?
Red letter meter? Red letter media.
Oh, okay. I don't know everything.
It's bad. People just like Psycho Gorman because of the red letter media review. Oh.
Also, there was a question a while back that I wanted to say out loud, but Decker went off to take care of a cat. Welder for Life asks, doesn't Doug Walker own the rights to the Stephen King drinking game? No, he fucking doesn't. It's available on TV Tropes, available for all to watch. It was inspired by freaking Doug Walker, but he gets zero money. He has no copyright claim.
Well, if I were to try to publish it as
book.
my own, like if I said I came up with this game, he could
Claim.
possibly have a legal case there.
Well,
but performing a Stephen King drinking game inspired by the rules he set out, which I do believe he came up with the rules. I don't see much of a the official TV Tropes rules.
Yeah.
I don't see much of a reference to it anywhere before his reviews.
Moxie S donated $2 showing, if you haven't, please watch First Period. He doesn't want to watch First Period because it's bloody and it's gory and girls are crying in the bathroom.
I take it
That's not what the movie's about. I don't know what the movie's about. I was making a menstruation joke. Decker couldn't recognize the menstruation joke. I'm so sorry.
No, I recognized that. I just was like, is that what the movie is about?
I don't know. I just wanted to make a period joke. How to Die in a Stephen King drinking game. Maine. No. Apparently, if you do it with actual hard alcohol.
Oh yeah. That's one way to die is hard alcohol. With surprisingly enough, the one exception being the Dead Zone. That's one where you could possibly do the Stephen King drinking game with hard alcohol and live.
Excuse me, I have to break out my shot math because that's my life now.
I'm just gotta go virtual.
Yeah, Dead Zone is only 20 shots. You could literally do 20 shots of hard liquor while watching the Dead Zone. It is boring as hell. Decker, why do you have boobs on your face? How many shots was it for it? Hold on, I'll recheck my math. 50 shots plus 36 shot, 86 shots. Decker.
Yes.
Get out of virtual land.
But I like virtual land.
Virtual land isn't real. I don't know if Decker said. One day we're going to be doing a virtual live stream of us virtually in a virtual room in virtual chat, being virtual.
That is my plan. I'm trying to see if I can set up a proper virtual little live and wired little talk show place.
Is it going to be like what Achievement Hunter does with a table and we're all around the table, or is it going to be like Conan O'Brien where we get the two side seats and you get the big seat because you're the popular one?
That's the one.
Really?
Yes, I get the big seat.
Fine, then I'm gonna just dress as one of the biggest bariest anime men ever, just
Fair
to
enough.
annoy you. Oh God, no! Don't never play the Kingdom Hearts drinking game, dude. No, God. I love Kingdom Hearts, but I love it so much that I have no issues critiquing it. Hi, why did we talk about Kingdom Hearts all of a sudden? Like, Decker, is there any more news, or shall we just talk about food recipes? Because I got a meatloaf recipe you want.
Let me see. Is there anything much to talk about? This McDonald's Happy Meal Pokemon toy is getting scalped.
Duh. Every fucking toy from McDonald's gets scalped.
Everything is being scalped anymore, and it's kind of annoying me. There's the legislation going on in Europe right now where they're trying to ban scalping to an extent.
Oh, I love that too.
And I'm thinking like, well, how do you go about this without fucking up a lot of things?
Yeah, because they're scalping and then they're selling something that actually is worth something.
Yeah.
Did you guys talk about Willy's Wonderland with Nick Cage? We did that 2 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah. Just a small bit. I didn't have the little... I really wish I could have set up the little Live and Wired mini trailer, but sometimes that is a... Sometimes YouTube copyright still doesn't care if it's a mini trailer. They're like, no, that's ours.
Have you ever saw the B movie Sorority Babes and Slimeball Bolorama?
Though technically, just saying, like, the trailers are designed to make it so people will want to see the movie, correct?
Right?
That is why they were put together. So, in terms of fair use, as with the argument of its effect on the market for the original material, like no one is paying money to see a trailer. They're paying money to see the movie. The trailer is a commercial for the movie.
Sorry, I'm also reading the chat. The chat's writing stuff. I watched Willy's Wonderland. I liked the Nick Cage part with the kids, and it sucked. Oh, that's kind of like, what's that one movie that has Hugh Jackman in it, and he was a boxer, and there's robots, and it was basically robot fighting, but boring as fuck because they had that stupid kid in it.
That's political, Decker. Talking about the UK government trying to do this, that, or the other. It's like you will end up talking about things that go into politics at one point or another. There's a difference between that and just fielding political questions and just trying to make things political when they really don't have to be. So that politics do come up here and there. I try to avoid it as much as possible, but I'm not just going to not speak on very broad subjects because politics might come up.
Yeah.
Okay, Connor. I don't know. It doesn't come out too well with text. Sorry.
Okay. What was it? Oh, joking, man. Okay, sorry. So, okay, we're going to avoid some certain news involving a certain director. We're going to avoid other news involving another director. Or that news involving that director. It's all the same director. Sorry.
Oh, but yeah, I should probably see about wrapping this up soonish.
Yeah, we got 30 minutes.
There's not really much news-ish. There probably will be a ton of news starting tomorrow, though. It always works.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's always happens. My grandma used to always say, don't die on a weekend because your death will not be put into the newspaper until Monday. I'm like, wow, Grandma! Although, yeah.
My mother always told me about one of the people she knew who always said that they didn't want to die in the winter in Vermont because the ground freezes and they can't bury you until spring.
I watched a video
Guess
about
when
what
she died?
In winter.
Dead of winter.
Do you wanna know a fun video I watched about burying people in the middle of winter? That what they do at graveyards now? Would you like to know? Okay, so they take this weird thing which looks like a barbecue but upside down. It's around the same shape as what you would use for a casket. They put it over the ground that you are going to get buried in, and they turn it on. And basically, it's like warming the ground underneath it. So basically, it's like this weird. It's warm. The warm air goes down, and it basically thaws out the ground and makes sure it goes deep enough for the body to go in.
That would have been handy technology to have in the 60s.
Yeah. It's powered on, I think, like propane and
accessories.
God damn it. Hi, audience. I've not been basically lacking proper sleep in a while, I promise.
Oh, boy.
I've been wired game to travel to Whataburger with... No. We're not going to Whataburger. Whataburger?
I want the Whataburger patty melt.
Whataburger. How do you say it, Decker? I'm from Florida. We don't have those here.
Whataburger.
Mm-hmm.
It's Whataburger.
You're still mad at me for asking you how do you pronounce that name, aren't you?
Yes. But should discuss what we are working on real fast and probably...
White Castle sucks, Vance. Castle sucks.
So we should discuss what we're working on and wind down, close.
Oh, that's well. Okay, Decker, you do a Hank Hill impression, right?
No.
You don't? Well, can you at least do the Texan impression of what Welder for Life just said? Because it's funny. If you did it in Hank Hill voice. I can't do it.
This standard unit can thaw the ground in minutes. Perfect for your dead.
Now you see why it's funny. because I can't. I'm a girl. My Alan Rickman impression sounds like Alan Rickman if he was a girl.
People say I do a good Boomhauer, but they just when I get pissed off. So.
First plasma-based lightsaber. Oh, the first plasma-based lightsaber actually uses propane gas.
Oh yeah. Well,
Decker,
technically, it's a proto saber.
For the love of God, Decker, who cares? Tomato, Decker, lightsaber.
Well, a lightsaber has to be self-contained all into one thing. A proto saber has a backpack.
Decker, I just want to be able to slice my enemies cleanly.
Well, then you can do it.
Thank you. Although, would they still live? Because I'm cauterizing the... Wait, if I'm slicing them in half. I'm thinking too much.
But, yes, what plans going on? What stuff going... Got Tremors, got Deep Blue Sea. First of all, got They Live. That's the big one I'm doing now. I want to see about doing the Candyman 3 after They Live. And by then, I'm not sure if I'm going to get another review out before the March of the Clowns begins. I'm going to try and get trying to get They Live out by Wednesday so I can get back on my scheduled time and what have you. And on the gaming channel, been doing some streams here and there when I am inspired. And I've been
Decker
putting the...
And Decker was one day inspired to hunt ghosts and scream like girl.
Yes. Well, it's not my fault the ghosts are freaky as hell and they're right there.
Oh, please, Decker. When I got killed... You know, I told you how they basically do a weird, creepy whisper in your ear, and I told you how I don't like it?
Well, yeah, but it's still, it's a screen, just it's flat. It's two-dimensional.
Decker, it's still fucked up. I was in the freaking Hellraiser room, and there were bodies and light bulbs.
You weren't in the Hellraiser room. You were seeing the Hellraiser room.
Yeah.
In VR, you would be in the Hellraiser room. And you'd be standing there like this.
Looking like you have to piss your pants or walk. Is a pigeon-toed when you're basically walking with your feet like this? You know, feet are normally like this and it's like this. Is that pigeon-toed? Or is that bow-legged?
No, it's... bow legs, is the knees out. Knock-kneed is knees in. Pigeon, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that these are considered offensive terms now anyway. And but
we don't know what the actual terms are. No one gave us a memo. Your dog's barking.
Yeah.
Anyway,
pigeon-toed is pointing in, I think. Okay.
Yeah, Decker looked... Okay, so... Decker, did you just cover all the things you're doing?
I have this. I got a bunch of movies I want to do the reviews of. I'm trying to get everything back on schedule, and I'm feeling positive about that one.
Yay!
And we've got still stuff going on the gaming channel. It's not as much as I would like, but it's something.
Yay!
Which is more than it was doing before. So on both channels.
Yay!
Also, I got some with the white hair growing in there.
So you're going to be becoming old and distinguished and wise.
I'm dying.
Decker, stop being dramatic. That's my job.
So,
last time I checked, I was the musical theater nerd.
So, Kat, what you got going on?
So I have a bunch of these archived videos that I never posted up because I was so busy working with Creepy. But I'm trying to post them up like periodically to, you know, get rid of them out of my archive, which are old speed paints. So if you've been wanting to see some old art from mine from 2 years ago, watch that, even though I've improved vastly from the past 2 years, I'd like to believe. Videos that are coming out in the future. I have a series of me playing a bunch of old DOS games, including Oregon Trail. I need to play the other Oregon Trails, but I've been busy. I have some Vampire the Masquerade coming up. I was gonna wait to post the Phantasmaphobia game, but somehow Decker decided to post it up and not warn me about that. So I had to post up mine.
It actually took me a lot longer to post it than I was intending.
Yeah, because I had to post up mine, and I also linked it to Decker, and now I'm sitting here going, you didn't link my POV, but I never gave you a video of it, so I gave you the link to it, so, need to do that. So yeah, it's a bunch of more Vampire the Masquerade. If my co-host is available for tomorrow, we'll be doing the Valentine's Day special, which will also be Vampire the Masquerade. But it will include fun Valentine's Day facts, including the heart that we know for Valentine's Day. This one is, of course, not shaped on the anatomical heart, but a female's bottom.
Nice!
So that's a fun fact I love sharing on Valentine's Day.
Well, that seems to make a lot more sense to me now.
Yeah, it's based off a girl's ass.
Yeah.
And then I also have some other Valentine's Day facts that are not cheesy and romantic. The Valentine's Day Massacre, the death of Al Capone, happened on Valentine's Day.
Well, I figured.
Yeah.
They showed us those pictures in school.
Wait, what?
And then they said, don't play those video games. They're violent and they'll fuck you up.
And yet they let you learn about the... be still my heart. Be still my ass. Because it's my ass. Because I'm a girl. It's not based off the man's butt. Because if it was based off the man's butt, it would be a lot more blocky. Is that the Valentine based off your ass?
Here we go. No, okay. I gotta walk the dog.
I have to get going anyway and lay down and then argue with
Thick
people.
Black Daddy will hopefully be streaming to his Twitch soon. And Creepy will maybe get a channel.
If not, we will riot. I don't know who we're rioting with.
We can't say that.
When I say we will riot, I mean we're going to go to Whataburger and get some food and just eat our feelings.
Absolutely. So, thank you all for watching. I've been Decker Shadow.
And Cat.
And remember, you can put tater tots on anything. But that doesn't mean you should.
No, you can't, Decker. No, you can't.
You absolutely can.
Oh, I can do this now. Good night, everybody.
Good night.